get it cracking like a levy. I'ma show them all how to party if they let me. Keep the countdown and release the confetti. The party don't start till I get there. Sit us all in the rest and it ain't fair. I've been waiting on this moment my whole life. Yeah, give me my crown if it's just right. You make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? Cause you make it look good. Watch this. Pull up with the top down. Ain't anything. I'm way too hot now. I radiate. Don't need a rear view. They behind me. Cause my future's so bright in my blind. Hold up. Why I gotta shine so bright? Don't need a reason. Escorting my haters out. They wish you sleep. Can't be nobody else. I'ma be myself. So they gon' have to watch me treat myself. You make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? Cause you make it look good. You make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? Cause you make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? You make it look good. You make it look good. Watch yourself, huh? Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? Cause you make it look good. Watch this.
Watch this. Y'all ain't see that coming, did you? It is Tuesday, y'all. Tuesday. That means that we are encompassed. We are ingrained. Okay. We are embedded into the week. Okay. All right. Hopefully everybody is having a great Tuesday. All right. And if you are not, hopefully you will get a smile, a kiki, a laugh, or something out of this here broadcast tonight. Thank you for coming to the Native Tribe Show. My name is, they call me Native, okay? And tonight, of course, we have a special guest. And our special guest is indeed special because this is the first time that our special guest has come to the Native Tribe House since our special guest has moved over to the West Coast, West Side. I had to stop her crip walking lesson to get her to come over here. Okay. She was in the middle of getting it, right? She was in the middle of getting heel, toe, step. She was in it. She was into it. She was really into it. But I said, hey, can you come over here and help us make it look good? And she agreed to come over here. All right. So I'm very happy and very excited about tonight because it's been a while since our special guest has been over to the Native Tribe Shop, but we in that streak tonight. Okay. So who's here with us this evening as we get into this foolishness? First, we have D Dub, who says, good evening, Native Tribe Urban Media. Neesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame is in the building, representing that Native Tribe Urban Media Mod Squad. Tanya B is here, says, good evening, Native V and chat. Hello, hello, hello. Delicate Dale is in the building and says, hey, everybody. Well, hello, Delicate Dale. Thank you so much for being here. Jay Blake is here and says, hey. Diva Shawnee is here, says, hey, Native and V Lenore chat mods. DMV 703 says, great evening, Native V and Tribe. Hope everyone is doing well. Wishing the same for you, DMV 703. Justin's mom in the building says, hello, Native V and Tribe. Hello, Justin's mom. How are you? I got us seniors need love too. Says, good evening, everyone. My hero, the only black but not bitter, is in the house. Hello, the only black but not bitter. How is everything going? Chi-Town Libra Mo in the house, representing Chi-Town all the way. Lunar Brain Fireheart in the building. Hello, hello, hello. Tanya B here does indeed be here. Says, hey, y'all. Hello, hello, hello. I got Miss Kim in the house. Says, hey, Native Tribe and V Lenore. Hello, Miss Kim. How are you? Blue Sapphire's in the building. Says, hey, Native Mods and Tribe. Hello, Blue Sapphire. How are you doing? G Creates is in the building. I got Andrea here. Says, hello, Native and everyone. Hello, Andrea. How are you? Dion's Breaks is here with flames in the chat. Hello, hello, hello. Minding Business is here and says, hey, y'all. Hello, Minding Business. How are you? Bridget Girl in the house says, Happy Tuesday, Native. Happy Tuesday to you, Bridget Girl. Hope you are doing well. Talks with TK. Also in the house, Rossi is here and says, Hey, all. Lexi, the law nerd, has decided to come in on this Tuesday. Says, Happy Tribe Tuesday. Everyone have a great day. Indeed, indeed, indeed. My Ty is here and has flames in the chat. Pretty Frugal Diva in the building. Hello, hello, hello. Southside Chi-Town 73 in here says looking good, feeling good. Hey, hey, y'all. Indeed, Southside Chi-Town. You know why that is? It's because we make it look good over here at the Native Tribe. I'm just saying. We make it look good. That's what we do. Shark Tank Life in the building. Hello, Shark Tank Life. Rossi is here and has some lipstick on the glass for the Lenore. My Ty says, Hi, Native, V, Lenore, and Tribe. Just Nikki's in the building. Says, Hey, Native and V. Jay Blake is in the building. Hello, Jay Blake. How are you? Tracy is here and says hello. Kind and fun, a great combination of things, says hi, Native V Stylers and Tribe. Indeed, indeed, indeed. The one and only Coffee is Brewing is in the house and says hey, hey, hey. Cross Country Cruiser says hi, all. Ms. Nisi is in the house, says good evening, Native V and the Tribe Stylers. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Tanya B says, Native Tribe Urban Media, I wonder if V. Lenore will ring the bell or kick in the motherfucking door. That's a good question. See, it is Tuesday. I think that V. Lenore has eaten. She's not hangry. It's a very dangerous V. Lenore when she's hangry. Okay. So I think she's eaten something, I believe, I hope. And I think she'll ring the doorbell. That's my thought. That is my thought. Okay. But we'll see what happens. All right. We'll see what happens to see if we got hinges by the end of the night. CW is in the house. Says good evening, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Jane in the building says, hola, indeed. West Side Story says hello, Native and Tribe. And of course, Ms. V. Of course, Ms. V. NPR Nerd 73 says, hey, hey, family. Hello, hello, hello. Beauty is her name, says good evening. Chica's in the house, says hey, Native and V. Myretta in here says, hey, my brother Native, V, and family. Hello, my sister Myretta. How are you doing? Hope you are doing well. Desi Jules says she is present. I appreciate your presence because your presence is my present. Thank you so much. Life Lies is in the building with flames in the chat. I've got Attitude and Tylenol says, I'm watching your earlier live and I'm so irritated at this 185-year-old Chesterfield cigarettes smoking, Pabst Blue Ribbon drinking Jezebel. Very, very, very accurate, Attitude and Tylenol. Very accurate. Sonia's Boots says, hey, Native and Tribe. Hello, Sonia's Boots. How are you? Bevy C is also in the house. I got Ms. Mad About Music in the building. Hello, Ms. Mad About Music. She says, hey, Native and Tribe. Welcome, Ms. V. Indeed, indeed, indeed. And I think we are all accounted for. I do believe that we are. Now, this is, of course, the time of the week where we have a special guest, okay? Legacy Moon True Crime and Mysteries is also in the house. Hello, 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 Legacy Moon. But this is the time when we have a special guest, okay? Now, the question was asked whether our special guest would kick down the door or ring the doorbell. Let me see what's going to happen, because I don't know. She rang the doorbell. She has indeed eaten some food because we're not getting we're not getting angry, V. That's nice. That is so nice. Let me answer the door. Hello, GC. You say you missed me. I didn't mean to, GC. My fault, my fault, my fault. EK in the building says, hey, Tribe, putting the books down for the live. All right, EK. We're gonna have us a good time. But in order for us to do that, let me welcome in our special guest. Hold on. My bad. I was vibing out. Okay, I was vibing out, y'all. Sorry. Anyway,
Don't be trying to butter me up,
I,
boy.
look. I got to work hard, V Lenore, because you keep moving further and further away from me. So I have to work hard. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Legacy Moon
Well,
is already somewhere where I don't know where the hell she at. And then you moving all the way to California. I don't know what's going on in my life. So I needed something, V Lenore. I needed
mm-hmm.
something.
I'm feeling all special and things.
Well, you kind of special. You kind of special. You
Mm-hmm.
kind of special. Uh-huh.
Well, thank
Uh-huh.
you. Thank you. I feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
I mean, you should. You should. You should. That was the aim. That's what I was going for, was the warm and the fuzzy.
You
Okay.
did that. You did that.
Okay. All right. Everybody, welcome to the Native Tribe Show today. Our guest is V. Lenore.
Hey y'all. Hey. No, no. Be seated. Have a seat. Have a seat. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Please sit down.
You worked all day.
Look,
Have a seat. Have a seat.
V, how does it feel like after all the buildup, the anticipation, the angst and the pain, you are out there? How does it feel?
It's still surreal trying to wrap my mind around it, trying to figure out what I'm doing. And the move is still kind of still moving. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I'm still just trying to wrap my mind around it, to be quite honest.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right. Have you joined the gang yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
almost I've almost mastered the crip walk. So
Okay.
I thinking if I can get this down, you never
Hmm.
know where that might take me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's required. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's required. So hopefully you'll choose correctly.
Yeah. I'm gonna
When
try.
you decide to do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Or I'm gonna let my
So
feet do the talking. I don't
right.
know.
Right, right. Okay. Have you been approached by Ice Cube to be in the movie yet?
Not yet. I haven't seen him yet.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Nope.
Because usually that happens pretty quickly when you come out to California. He's trying to do another family movie. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll be on the lookout for him then.
Okay. All right. Okay. Have you
Mm.
been to the big donut place with the big donut on top that Snoop Dogg did the video at? Have you been there to get donuts?
No, but I did have Dunkin' Donuts today.
Okay, that doesn't count. Okay.
No.
All right. Okay. You're not doing California stuff, D. I don't understand that.
Well, uh, not yet. I'm
Okay.
still getting my feet wet or dry. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay. Have you been to South Central LA?
No, but I saw the exit to Crenshaw Boulevard.
Oh my God. Oh my God. What are we doing? What are we doing out there? If we're Have you been to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles?
No, but I had chicken for dinner the other night.
What are we doing right now? What are we doing, V? What are we doing?
What? I did go to Venice Beach on Saturday.
Okay. All right. Have you been to a Lakers game?
No, I have not. Not yet.
Okay. Goodness.
But I
What was
wore purple and gold.
What was the point? Why did we go through? What was the point? Have you eaten at the pink hot dog place yet? Have you done Pinkies? Have you done that?
No, but I don't like hot dogs.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, look, check me, boo. I don't know why you laughing at this. Okay. This is not a laughing matter. All right. And yes, Bella, the Lakers have been out the playoffs, but You still got to go to a Lakers game some kind of way. There's always a Lakers game somewhere in LA. Okay, that's the way that works.
But I haven't even been here 6 days yet.
These are things that you're supposed to do immediately. Immediately.
Mm. I'll do it on Monday.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Check Me Boo said, "Dang, let her get settled." Look, she's
Thank
settled.
you.
She
Thank you.
is settled. She's been there for a week. Has it been a week?
Oh, just under 6 days.
Hmm. Granny the Great said, "V. Lenore is sending me. She saw the exit for Crenshaw Boulevard. How long have you been there?"
I'm just saying. I did see that exit when we were going and coming back the other day. I was like, "Ooh, Crenshaw. Ooh, ooh." I got scared.
Have you been to the swap meet?
Nope.
Oh my god. Oh,
But I'm gonna go.
oh my god. Oh my god. I mm, wow. Well, at least you've been on the the Walk of Fame, right? You've seen the stars on the walk. You've done that, right?
I've seen that on TV. I
Um,
haven't seen it in person yet.
Jesus Christ.
Not this time.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Big. They say if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
That's New York. Oh my
Oh
god.
shit.
I don't know. Attitude and Tylenol. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says I told my mom about your boycott against Popeyes after they gave her a chicken breast that was one score and 5 years old.
Mm-mm. Not one score. Mm-mm.
CV, I don't be expecting to read this shit when I go to Attitude and Tylenol. So, okay, let me try this again. I told my
Mm-mm.
mom about your boycott against Popeyes after they gave her a chicken breast that was one score and 5 years old, and she wanted me to let you know that you have someone else standing with you. Thank you, Attitude and Tylenol. I appreciate you. I appreciate mom, and I appreciate anybody that doesn't go to Popeyes ever, ever, ever again. You can't charge $6 for a $5 big box, okay? And give me nothing else to go on. There's no incentive for me to pay the extra dollar, Popeyes. You just charged $5 for this damn big box, and now you want to charge six? No.
Mm.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh. We the people are not having it. We the people will not. We will not do this. This is not a part of what we're going to do. Thank you, Attitude and Tylenol, for both the super chat and for your mother's solidarity. I
Not
appreciate that.
four score. I mean, one score and 5 years ago.
Who the
Mm-mm.
hell talks like that? Uh,
Abraham Lincoln. The fuck?
but thank you again. Thank you again for the super chat. All right. So, y'all know at the beginning of my live, I have a technical issue that happens every single time, and it happened again today. Villanor, can you tell me what you are thinking is going on over there with Nesto and Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III?
I think that the two of them are growing apart. I don't I feel like Sonya does not feel the same exact way she did about Nesto. But if she
Mhm.
believed that he had a chance of coming out, she would still be really devoted to him. Um,
Mhm.
and partially because she would want to, rub that in our faces, but also because she's just a lonely lady. And so I think she would, hold on for him. But I think at the end of the day, I think that they both know it's kind of over. And
Mm.
I think their pride won't let them come out and say what it is. Like Nesto has nothing else but her, and she has nothing else either. He was a project. I think she's
Mm.
bored with the project at this point. That's just my thoughts around it. I do think that they're growing apart, and that it's more him growing away from her than the other way around, to be quite honest. But at the same time, he needs her. So I don't know
Mhm.
how he's dealing with that part. With her, I don't know. I think she's coming to terms with the fact that they're just not going to be together. And so she's, I don't know, trying to distance herself maybe? I don't know.
So do you? Now you said the word need. I think that's an interesting word at this moment because how much at going into the final plea? How much does he need her at this point? Because it seems like both sides are ready to go,
Oh,
and we're going to have a trial date. How much does he need her right now?
I don't think you're understanding what I mean by that. When I say he needs her, not he doesn't need her for legal assistance or
Hmm.
to prove his innocence or anything like that. He needs someone who will put money on his books.
Mm,
Period. And he
mm.
has nobody else. There's
Okay.
nobody else putting money on his books except for once every 6 months, Dre. And Dre is
Okay.
not going to keep up with the same amount of deposits as Sonya did. And what I
Okay.
know is he's dying of boredom. Everything
Mm,
he gets, he needs money to do it. If he's going to play games, if he's going to watch movies, if he's
hmm.
going to read some books, he's going to
Mm.
need that tablet, and he's going to have to have money on his books to do it in order to eat. And or I mean everything, maybe even to keep motherfuckers off his ass. He's gonna
Mhm.
need money, and the only person that's willing to give him some money on a consistent basis is this lady. And
Okay.
so if she goes away, he gets nothing. He won't even be eaten. Like
Okay.
seriously. He won't be able to eat. He won't be able to do anything with his time. You know he ain't reading. If it ain't got no pictures in the book, he can't read it.
Correct.
So, what is he gonna do with his damn time? He can't see. He can't read. He can't. He
Mhm.
wouldn't be able to eat. He ain't gonna have nobody to talk to on the phone. I mean, He needs her.
Okay.
He needs her, child.
Yeah, I think about her usefulness period. Like you
Mhm.
said, being a lifeline for him to have movies, which listen, I ain't never been to jail. But I imagine that there are a lot of people in jail that are not watching movies. I imagine that there are people in jail that are living like the most bare minimum lives that they can live. They're eating the food that's on the tray. They're
Mhm.
they're playing the checkers that they can play or whatever they're doing. And I just think that Ernesto is acting like a spoiled brat because he needs to watch a damn movie. How many times can you watch The Fast and the Furious? I'm just saying. Like like and for whatever reason, it seems to me in my collective imagination that The Fast and the Furious is the movie that everybody's watching in jail. I don't know if it's because of Vin Diesel. I don't know why I think that, but I just feel like The Fast and the Furious is what everybody's watching. All 19 of them or however many of them they made, right?
Mm.
But I feel like it's not a necessity. So if Nesto really, 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 do you think it would ever come to a point where he would just live off of just the bare minimum basics in jail? No, no magazines, no anything until his trial comes up. Is that an option for somebody like Nesto, or is he such a narcissistic, spoiled child that he just feels like he has to have those things so he tolerates Sonya? Is that where we are?
I think he tolerates Sonya because he needs those things. Because
Okay.
without it, it is crazy lonely and boring, and the time seems like it feels like every hour
Hmm.
takes takes half a day, to get through. Like
Hmm.
it's just the time is going by so slowly. And you're right, there are people there, most of which don't watch movies, and that may be for multiple reasons. Some it could be because they
Hmm.
don't have money, and some because everybody doesn't have access to the technology. So when you
Right.
get it, it's a big deal when you do get access to it. Or, the fact that what he can and cannot eat or doesn't want to eat, all of that's a
Hmm.
big deal. When you say people aren't that you're right, they're often going to be asking you for some of your food. They're going to be asking you, can they sit and watch the movie with you? Like, it's like either you're the beggar or you're the lender in there. There's very few
Okay.
people that, don't fall in one of those categories. So I'm sure for him, this is a very different experience
Hmm.
because he hasn't done it in a while. And he
Hmm.
never expected to be back in this position because he's too arrogant to realize that when you keep doing the same shit, you're going to get the same results.
Right.
But nevertheless, this is where he is. And he also knows that he needs to get all he can from her because I feel like he's one of those instant, well, not even feel. We know he's all about instant gratification.
Right.
So he only cares about this moment. He can't worry about tomorrow, the next day, or the next day. Right now, he has to keep her on the line as much as possible and he wants as much as he can from her or anybody else because he knows that the day is coming when they all will walk away. He knows
Hmm.
nobody's fucking with him. His own kids ain't sending him no money.
Right.
And they can say they don't want to be on the calls, but why ain't you putting no money on his books? You
Right.
ain't gonna talk to him to do that.
Right.
So that's just my thought.
And you know what? Since you said that, I don't even think that it's I don't want to be on these calls because the calls themselves are not the problem. It's what they're saying on the
They ain't
calls. And
going
if
nowhere.
if I have a parent who's in jail, which thank God I never have, right? But if that was the case, I would not let YouTube, something that is not required in my life. Like honestly, I can get up on on a Saturday when I don't do anything. I don't even click on YouTube the entire Saturday.
Mhm.
So I would imagine that if the calls were that bothersome, I would not allow an app. Let's
Right.
think about it. It's an app. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not a breathing apparatus. It doesn't help you sleep. It's not a CPAP mask. It's not something that you need to have on you in order to live. It's an app, y'all. I would not allow an app that is optional in my life to come between me and my parent if I really cared about my parent.
What if I
So
just wanted to see my parent out of jail and I want people to know my parent is a good person. So when we get on here, I'll say, Daddy, I love you. Don't let
right,
these people get to you. All
right,
right. And we're still praying for you. That's all y'all got to really say. 5 minutes, once a week or something. Like none of this happens. He's been in there 3 years, and we're supposed to believe that these bloggers and mistresses have talked to kids that have said how much they love him and how
hmm
much they support him. That you mean to tell me that my kids had to tell me that through a blogger and through a side chick?
right. Right. And that's what I'm saying. If it was real, like I'm sorry, if my mama was in jail right now, you think I'm gonna let V Lenore and what V Lenore got to say about our phone call affect our relationship and affect me communicating with my absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not. I don't care because it's so funny how we're not important yet we're important, right? We're
Yeah.
not important, but yet Dre fumbles every time he get on the call. I don't know what to say. I just, I don't want to say the wrong thing. And I just, well, are we important or not?
Right. Right.
Are we making a difference in your life or not? I don't really care what they got to say because they bored. And they sitting in a room with one bedroom and one window and a pot of hash or whatever the fuck he said, right? So are we important or not? Because it seems to me like if we weren't important, you would go on with your conversation like real gangsters do. Because I promise you, if you listen to them John Gotti tapes, John Gotti didn't give a fuck who was listening on them calls.
Hmm.
So it lets me know that the level of gangsterism is not what our Neesto wants us to believe it is. Now, Miss Principal says he's become solely dependent on her, regardless of how bad she is for his case.
Right.
Do you, V. Lenore, believe that Ernesto has finally got it in his head that she is bad for his case?
Yes. Yep.
So it's sunken in now.
With the help of Hoover.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too.
I think he finally gets it. That if you're out here saying that we shouldn't be listening to these bloggers, but I'm finding out that you've shown up on these calls and on these people's platforms, and you've helped initiate some of this engagement with these bloggers, and y'all kept talking once you knew the bloggers were listening, and next thing you know, your girlfriend is being subpoenaed as well because of shit that they've heard you saying on these
Right,
calls. Like, there's
right,
so many things that finally now you've lost how many attorneys that told you to stop fucking with this girl and
right,
stop trying to let her interfere in your relationship with your wife and your money and this case and your defense. All of that. Yeah, I think now he gets it. And that's why he be trying to tell her to shut the fuck up, and she won't shut the fuck up.
right, right,
She refuses to shut the fuck up.
right. Why do you think he won't tell her that though? You see what I'm saying? Like he knows, and Hoover has obviously had a come to Jesus moment with him. Why won't he tell her that
He
she is
tries to
hurting his
tell her that though. He keeps trying to tell her. We keep hearing him try to tell her. He tries to tell her that every time they get on the phone, and he's like, I ain't trying to say nothing. I'm not trying, no, no. Hey, I understand that. You know, he tries to shut her down, and she continues to talk. It's crazy. It's like she'll say, I know, but and won't stop with the line of her thoughts that she was already, trying to communicate. Like, she doesn't halt anything. When he says to stop, she will not stop.
Mhm.
So that's why he had to do the fast. I just believe that. That's why there was a fast, partially. Partially because old boy Price said don't talk to her no more to this hearing. That's probably one part of it. The other part is he knows that he gotta break free of talking from her and contacting her because she keeps saying too much and doing too much. She's too much.
She is. You know who else is too much?
But I love it for him.
You know who else is too much?
Huh. Texas toy.
Work, work in progress.
CJ.
Work in
Work in
progress.
progress too.
Thank you so much
All
for the
these
super
people
chat.
too much.
Look,
Miss
work in
Lady,
progress.
Attitude, Tylenol, Delicate Dale, Tanya B, Mary Willis, all of them. Mad About Music, Leanne, That's So Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame, Dion's Breaks. All of these motherfuckers is too much.
Look, work in progress. Thank you for the super chat. Work in progress says, Native, who was the woman you was lusting after? And I said I was going to tell V. You said you don't care. Something with an L. I don't know what you're talking about. Work in
Wait,
progress.
what happened? Wait a minute. What?
Why
Hold on.
people use super chats to tell on me now? Is that what we doing?
What
Is
happened?
that what we is that what we doing? Who was the woman you was lusting after? And you said, and I said I was gonna tell V, and you said you ain't care. Something with an L. What are you
Oh,
talking about? Work in progress.
really?
I don't
Who
know.
was this bitch? Who
Oh
was
Lord.
it?
Oh Lord. Oh
Who was
Lord.
it? Who in the entire F are we talking about?
Oh man.
Who were you lusting afterward?
This is sad.
I don't
This is
want to hear
just
this.
sad.
No. Come out here. I'm calling
This
you
is
to the
sad.
carpet. Come to the
This,
carpet.
no, I don't know.
Come
I
here.
don't work in progress. I don't know. I just know that I will never rob a bank with you. I will never commit any crimes with you because apparently you are a snitch of some sort. Don't know why. Don't know why. And use the super chat to do it. I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
What and who the fuck is a bean lady?
Gail Bean. Gail Bean. You know who Gail Bean is, right?
Who is that?
Gail Bean was Wanda on Snowfall.
So you're lusting after her too?
Let me see. Lusting is kind of a stretch. I would say I have that is my
You're infatuated with
Hollywood
her.
that is my
Leela
Hollywood
Rashawn as
crush.
well.
Oh, Leela Rashawn, not anymore. Not the new Leela Rashawn. That conversation was about
Sunshine.
Harlem Nights Leela Rashawn. That's been a while. Hmm.
That's sunshine.
Yep, that's Sunshine. She hasn't been Sunshine in a very long time. In a very long time. Okay. Okay. Work in progress again with the super chat says Leela Rashawn. I didn't tell. I'm just informing. It's the same thing, work in progress. It's the same thing. I know you are a work in progress, but can we progress to the point to where you know that that's the same thing?
Mm, mhm,
Mm, mm, mm,
mhm.
Now y'all had a whole discussion about actors and shit that y'all thought was fine. I mentioned two people and all of a sudden like the spotlight is on me. Really? Really? That's what we doing?
Who were the two people? Was it Leela Rashawn and this lady from Snowfall?
Gail Bean. She's not just a lady from Snowfall. There were a lot of ladies on Snowfall.
Yeah,
It's Gail,
well,
it's Gail Bean. Okay, it's Gail Bean.
nothing to me.
Well, I don't know. You seem to get a little warm.
I'm trying to understand how this is going on in public.
Well, I just happened to mention, my Hollywood crush. That's all. I had a Hollywood crush. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. That's all it was.
Well, then you will not be coming out here to visit.
Gail Bean lives in Atlanta.
Well, then you better come out here and visit.
Gail Bean lives here in Atlanta. I could run into her at any moment.
Have you?
I have not. I have not. And you know what's
And
crazy?
you better not.
Listen, V. Lenore, what's crazy is that she did a pop-up event that I was near one time and she posted
You
it on
better.
Facebook. And I was like, oh shit, I was right by there. And so I could have met her, but
Uh,
I did not. I did not. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
mm.
Yep. Um,
When was this? How long ago?
oh, this has been a couple months ago. It's been a while,
Oh, a couple months ago, really.
Yeah, 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 yeah. She's
Yeah.
pretty active in Atlanta, actually. She does a lot of different stuff. I just haven't run into her yet.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but what are you doing? That's what I'm concerned about. What kind of stuff are you trying to do with this lady?
Oh, you know what? I just want to tell her how great she was in Snowfall. She played a crackhead, and that's hard to do. It's hard to play a crackhead. It's hard. It's difficult, and she managed to do it well. So there's
Mm-hmm.
that. There's
Mm-hmm.
that. There's that. Let me tell you one thing Gail Bean isn't doing. She isn't moving across the country to get away from me. That's not what she's doing. Okay?
I know that.
Just so you know. She's not doing it.
You don't know that.
Oh, she's still here. So,
You
there's
don't know
that.
that.
She's still here.
How do you know that?
She's still here, V. She's still here.
How do
Okay?
you know that, though?
Because she is. All
Are you
right.
stalking her?
I feel her presence.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Love me some Gail Bean. Love me some Gail Bean. Little Sunshine, in the
I like
clouds, 3 and
her.
3. Well, she's a phenomenal actress. I'll just say that
Okay, well, you can like her all you want.
she's a phenomenal actress. I like Snowfall a lot. Um, Little Sunshine says, "Little Sunshine, hell, I changed my name for him." There you go. Thank you so much for the super chat, Little Sunshine.
Mm.
Changed her name. See what I'm saying? The only Tyrone Biggums says, "What's up, fam? Tyrone graduation tomorrow. Good for you, Tyrone Biggums. You did it. You did it. And everybody, let's congratulate Tyrone Biggums for graduating. All right.
Hi, Tyrone.
Ms. Lady said, Native, you said Angela Bassett could get it. I did. I did say that. I did. Yes, Ms.
Hi,
Lady.
Tyrone. Hi.
Mm-hmm. I did. Mm-hmm. I did say that, Ms. Lady. Thank you. Y'all just coming out. Y'all just coming out all just telling everything when V. Lenore come on the show. Y'all just come out and just tell everything. Okay. I see how it is. I see how it is. Work in progress again with the super chat. Says regardless who she isn't is V. Lenore.
That's that part.
Did you bring your fan club, V? Is that what happened?
I
Is that
may
what
have
happened?
recognized a few V sellers in the chat.
Okay. All right.
At least
All righty.
I may have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
Hey,
All right.
guys. Hi.
Check me, Boo. Say, see, look, when you give a man two wives, he thrust for more. No,
Uh-huh.
I check.
Uh-huh. Greedy motherfuckers.
Okay. All right. All right. Whew, y'all just doing it tonight, ain't you? Y'all just
He's
doing it
trying to
tonight.
get his Diddy on. He think because Diddy locked up that there's a void in the universe. There isn't one. There isn't.
All right, let me see if I can change the subject. Okay. Only Me 23. Thank you so much for gifting a membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do appreciate you doing that and helping me change the subject. Okay. And let's see who got this membership. It is indeed Delicate Dale. Delicate Dale has received a membership from Only Me 23. So, everybody, let's welcome in our new member. Well, Delicate Dale, you know we don't have a lot of rules around here, but one of the rules that we do have is if you are going to put your feet up, just take your shoes off first. Thank you so much, only me 23, for gifting that membership to Delicate Dale. All right. Ms. Apple Pie says, I love her also, Native. I met her one time at a club here in Atlanta. She was so nice, and we took a picture. I too will take a picture um, when I do meet her. Okay. All right. Is that
You're not
okay,
going to
Velan?
meet her. You're
I'm
not.
sorry, what?
You're not going to meet her. So stop it.
Why are you saying I can't meet her? Like I don't have
I'm
permission to
going.
meet her? Or
You're not going to meet her.
how you know? She might be
I
a quick trip.
said you're not going to meet her, and I mean it.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ms. Lady, thank you so much for the super chat. Look, Villanor, the super chats are coming in to tell on me. Okay, just
I
so you
know. I
know.
see. I see. Puppy sellers. Hi.
Miss Lady, Miss Lady said native. Didn't you say Angela Bassett could get it? Yes, Miss Lady, I did say that. And I stand by that, damn it. I stand by that. Legacy Moon said, V, we don't have to take this. No, there's nothing to take.
I'm not
Okay?
taking it. Mm-mm.
There's nothing to take. Okay? Dion's break said Michael Jai White can get it too. See y'all throw around all these men. Y'all
Mm.
throw around all these men, and now I got an issue because I want to meet Gail Bean. Huh? Huh?
You're not going to meet her. So get
Mhm.
that out your head.
Okay. All
It's
right.
not happening.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's cool too. That's cool. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Is there anybody else that wants to snitch on me about anything else since V Lenore is here and y'all love her so much? Of course. Here's Miss Principal. Miss Principal. Thank you for the super chat. Says Native is trying to give that lady his draws. No, I'm not. Draws
Really?
cost too much. Draws cost too much. I can't give them away. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-mm. Nope, I can't. Mm-mm.
When you see
504.
if you just in case I'm unable to prevent this from happening, I
Mhm.
suggest you start wearing tidy whities everywhere you go.
Oh hell no. Oh
Oh
hell no.
yes. Oh yes, wear them.
Mm-mm.
Wear them.
Absolutely not. No. No.
Wear
No.
them.
No. No.
Wear them.
No. Not since the seventh grade. Hell no.
Wait,
We ain't-
you are only allowed to wear tidy whities from now on.
Mm-mm.
Once you leave
Nope.
the house.
Nope.
Now.
Nope. 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 Hell
Oh
no.
no, no,
Hell.
no, no. It's fine. You should wear them.
I'm sorry, off of me. I refuse to even read that, okay? Not even I'm not because I definitely didn't say that bullshit. Uh-uh.
You said so
We
you could get it.
hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Were
Nope.
you
Nope. Nope.
high?
Nope. 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 I never said it.
Had you done some mushrooms, some PCP, something like that?
Mm-mm.
And
Mm-mm.
you,
Mm-mm.
I mean, it sounds like it could have slipped out.
Nope.
Did
Nope.
you
Nope.
sure?
Nope. I would never. Native would never. Okay.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
I was asking if you were out of your mind,
Hell no. Hell no.
high or
It ain't look, it ain't there is nowhere far enough to get out of my mind to say some bullshit like that. Hell no.
something. Oh,
Uh-uh. No, not nasty draws. No, Mm-mm. I can't do nasty draws. Nope, nope, nope. We ain't doing that. Uh-uh. Tanya B said doorbell or kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. Okay, yep, that's how she came in. That is how she came in. Okay. Well, look at here. Ms. Ree just became a new member and work in progress. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, see what you did, native. I ain't did nothing. All I did was show up to the show. That's all I did. I just showed up to the show. All right. But y'all, we do have a new member, and that is Ms. Ree. Welcome, Ms. Ree, to the Native Tribe family. All right. All righty. Are y'all done? Are y'all done telling on me now? Huh? No, I don't like shit in the diapers. I don't like diapers at all. Okay? That's Neesto shit. Literally. But
hmm.
look, V Lenore.
Yeah.
I have this call that came out, right?
Uh-huh.
It is Nesto and Shirley's uncut jail call. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we gonna talk about this, but first, Ms. Reed has gifted one Native Tribe Urban Media membership. Thank you so much, Ms. Reed. Thirsty Rabbit is the one that got that membership from Ms. Reed. Welcome, our newest member to the tribe, Thirsty Rabbit. Now, Thirsty Rabbit, you know that we don't have a lot of rules around here, but the one rule that we do have is if you are going to put your feet up, take your shoes off first. V, do you have your shoes off?
I have my shoes off.
You said they're on.
They're off. I'm laid back, kicked back, with my
Okay.
feet
All
up on
right.
the
Okay.
furniture, and
Okay.
one leg is crossed, and I'm looking at my toes. What?
I'm not sure why that sounds so damn adorable.
What?
I don't know why that sounds so damn adorable. I don't. I just don't. But it sounds absolutely adorable. Okay. All right. Well, we got adorable V in the house, y'all. Adorable V. But tonight, y'all, what we are going to do, we are going to review this call that is uncut, right? Nesto and Shirley Strawberry. They are going to talk about Ty the Jeweler. All right. And where this money came from that Nesto purchased her ring from. That's what we're going to talk about. This is an uncut call, and apparently phone calls from prison dropped it a few days ago. So me and my friend V. Lenore are going to go over this call. Okay.
Mhm.
Is that okay with you? Comfortable, V?
Yes. Now I'm comfortable.
Shit. Shit.
Yes, comfortable V.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Yeah. Okay. So without further ado, hold on, Lexi the Law Nerd. I don't know how to take this. What you trying to say? Lexi the Law Nerd said, "Now watch it take V and Native 3 hours to get through a 30-minute call." What you trying to say?
Wait, what time is it now? How long? We've been out here an hour already.
What you trying to say, Lexi the Law Nerd? What you trying to say? We take a minute to get through the call. We are thorough.
We ain't
We
even
are
reviewed shit, and it just took us an hour to do that.
we are thorough. Okay, that's what I'm
Jesus.
saying.
Oh.
Damn it, man. Lexi, we're thorough. You a law nerd. You know how important it is to be thorough. Shit. Now let's just hope that nobody brings up Charleston White's eye, and we can get out of here before midnight.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do
Don't
that, baby.
don't bring up. No, Mary Willis. Don't agree with that. Okay. As long as nobody talks about Charleston White's eye, because Villanor will stop the world to talk
Wait,
about this man's eye and
Jesus,
what it's made of.
that
Okay.
hot. Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, all right. So we're gonna be all right. All right. Now, V Lenore, you are currently on the other side of the screen, right?
I see.
So now let me move you a little bit closer to me.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
oh, now you
Uh,
want to get close to me.
yeah. See, this is what I'm saying. See, this is a metaphor for life. See, I'm trying to get you closer. Uh-huh.
How
Trying
you
to
know
get you a little
this is the
closer.
position I prefer?
I just guessed. I just took a guess at it.
Hmm.
Was I right?
Maybe.
I was right.
Mhm.
I,
Maybe.
I was right. Okay, I was right. Okay, all right. Look at me being right. Okay. Ms. Lady said 3 hours. Where's the lie? We not finna take three. You know what? We ain't finna take 3 hours. Okay.
These people ain't shit.
What, what
And
y'all
both of
trying to
those
do?
rappers are my damn mods. Both of them.
I'm just saying. Make
Anywho.
it rain. Make it rain. Thank you so much for the super chat. Make it rain says native is on top. Metaphorically. Metaphorically. Okay. All right. Tanya B says, "Stop it, y'all." Look, I'm trying. Look, I hope you talking to the people in the chat, Tanya B. Okay, because we ain't did shit. All right, we ain't did no GC. It ain't gonna be 4 hours. Y'all think y'all just okay? V, watch this. We ain't gonna take 3 and 4 hours like they said. Okay.
Okay, well, look, hold on then. Let me go tinkle. Let me go use the little girls' room so that we can come out here and do what we need to do uninterrupted. Because they ain't gonna tell us how long we gonna be out here. We're gonna take the control
Okay.
back. Okay.
Okay. All right.
They
Well, go
ain't
do
gonna
what you
get
got
to
to
tell
do.
us that we're gonna be out here 3 or 4 hours. They don't get to say that to us.
They don't. They don't. They don't.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
don't.
So let's take our power back.
I'm with you. I'm with
And
you.
let me go
I'm
get
with you.
prepared. I'll be right back.
Okay, she gonna go get prepared, and let me see that I miss any comments while she gone. Oh boy, Tanya B said, "No, I'm talking to UMV. I'm on the East Coast, and y'all gonna be watching me. Look, Mama Keisha say, take y'all time. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for being positive about this whole thing. Right? Gonna take 2 hours. Y'all stop. It's only gonna take 2 hours. Everybody's a comedian. Okay, everybody is a damn comedian. That's all I'm saying. Hey, let's talk about it all. Says we still love y'all. Well, we still love you back. Hey, let's talk about it all. Okay. Thank you for the love. It is much needed at this time. Lexi, the law nurse, says y'all ain't doing nothing to help beat the allegations as of right now. It's been 10 minutes already and the call still ain't started. Um, and V taking a break. Well, once she gets back from the break, we gonna make up time, okay? Anastasia Nelson says, I got my PJs ready and I love y'all. Love you right back, Anastasia Nelson. I really, really do. Thank you so much for being positive about all of this, okay? Check Me Boo says, take all the time y'all need. I'm pretending to work anyway. I know that feeling, okay? All right. Rossi said, I said, take your time too. Thank you, Rossi. Thank you. Thank you. Ray Della Lewis said, it's all love. It definitely is. Work in Progress says, is this the first comfort break? It is indeed. It is indeed. And look, since V is taking a short little break, okay, why don't we do this? Look, I am not going to the bathroom, y'all. I am sitting here dancing. I love this music, y'all. I, am,
I'm
I love it.
jamming too.
Yo, I'm just saying that was not a bathroom break for me. That was a bathroom break for V Lenore. Let me see. So listen, Jane says I was using your voice as a nighttime sleep tool, and then that song came on.
Uh,
Jane, you come over here to sleep. You come over here to sleep, Jane. Is that what you're saying? I'm just trying to understand. I'm a little confused.
the
I'm,
hell?
I'm, I'm a little confused.
Hmm.
Tanya B said Nada trying to change the subject with this music. Not really. I just wanted to jam for a minute while V was handling her business. That's all. That's all it was. Okay.
I had to go get some, I had to go get my white cranberry peach juice and I
Hmm.
grabbed some pretzels. That's it.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. V Lenore got her snack. She
Hmm.
didn't. She didn't. She's comfortable now. She got her feet
Yes.
up.
Yep.
Okay.
Looking
All
at my
right.
toes.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay. Work in progress say how y'all came back at the same time. We didn't.
Well,
We didn't. Not sure what I'm being accused of. Okay. All right. My Ty said that's a compliment. It means your voice is soothing. I also, my Ty would like to be like heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to have folks just falling asleep all on you. That's all I'm saying. I get it. I get it. I get it. Attitude and Tylenol said I'm sipping on white cran strawberry juice.
I just finished a thing of that, so I'm on to my peach now.
Okay. All right. All right, V. Lenore. Now these people have made all kind of accusations about us being on here till 5 o'clock in the morning and shit. So I don't appreciate it. Okay. I don't
Hmm.
appreciate it.
They,
Um
they love every minute of it. How do they know what time we be on and off of this here apparatus if they too aren't on it with us?
yeah, that is true. That is true. That is true. Hmm.
Because when we hit the end live button,
Hmm.
it doesn't say what time it is. The only
Correct.
way they know what time it is if they were on here with us, child.
That's true. That's true.
Hmm.
That's true. It's kind of like if your pastor says that he saw you at the strip club. The only way your pastor knows you was at the strip club is if your pastor was at the strip club too.
That part.
That part.
Hmm.
That part. Hmm.
Yeah.
All
Great.
right. Now here we go.
Okay.
Nesto is going to explain to Shirley clearly and concisely where he got this money from to pay for her ring. It's going to be
Okay.
very clear. It's going to be very
Make sure
concise.
I repeat what I just heard you say.
Hmm.
You said that we're
Yes.
going to listen to this here call
Right.
and we're going to hear Nesto concisely detail
Hmm.
where he got the money from to buy the ring for her. Is that what you said?
That is what is about to happen. Yes.
In this call here.
That's what's about to happen because listen, Villanor, Nesto did not get this far in life
Uh-huh.
without knowing how to talk.
It,
Okay.
at least that, right?
Okay.
Seemed like
He
I
did
heard
not
you
get
say that.
yes, and I'm here to attest to it. He did not get this far in life
Mm-hmm.
without knowing how to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would venture to say that that's precisely why he is at this place
Okay. Okay.
because of
All
how
right.
he talked. Hmm.
Okay. Because of how he
I
talked.
agree with
Okay.
him. He did
Okay.
not get that far
In life.
in
Hmm.
life.
Without knowing how to talk. Okay.
That's right.
So So here we go. You ready? Are you ready to be? Are
Ready?
you ready for your socks, your little booties, your little socks to be blown off by
Yeah,
this clear thinking,
yeah. Concise and
coherent?
articulate.
Yes, articulate. That was the word I was This articulate young man.
Hmm. I'm
All right,
ready.
here we go. All right, here we go.
Okay.
I wanted to share this full call between Nesto and Shirley where she tells him about $250,000 that was allegedly stolen. I had previously only played a clip from this call. Lamont also joins the call for a three-way conversation. Take a listen.
Now, V, I know you didn't think it could get any better, but Lamont is also a part of this call.
Oh wow. Oh my God. Wait, let me say this real quick. I'm so glad that you and I are covering this call because this opens up the doors to really lay out some things that are very peculiar to me where this relationship is concerned with he and his wife. But go ahead. I'm so excited that we're doing this.
Oh no, this is good. And also, V, Lenore, if you look on your screen, you'll see a place that Nesto can't go. Hashtag Nesto can't go there. Okay. Nesto
Where
can't go there. All right. It
is
doesn't matter
there?
what I don't know. It
It
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter. Yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter. If we did a Google search on this frame
Mhm,
and look to see where this is, whether it's international, whether it's
mhm,
domestic,
mhm.
Nesto can't go there.
He can't take
He
a
just
train.
can't.
He can't even take Marta anywhere.
He can't take MARTA. He can't go to East Point. He
Nope.
can't go to College Park.
5 point. 5. points. You can't go there either, can he?
You can't go to 5 points, all right? And he definitely would not want to go to College Park anyway because motherfuck college. College? I ain't go to
She
motherfucking
did
college.
not.
I ain't go to motherfucking college. I went to Job Co.
No. I saw what you did there.
Yeah, so he ain't going to College Park because he didn't go to college. He went to
Right.
Job Co. He went to
Good
Job
point.
Co.
Good point.
Jeez.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, hon.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. It's beautiful outside. You enjoying it?
I haven't been out today. Well, yeah, I went out earlier to walk, but yeah, it is beautiful. It is very beautiful.
Native,
Yeah.
stop it real quick. Native,
Uh-huh.
you hear this? How this lady is answering the phone and starting this conversation off?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, "Hi, hon. Hi, how are you, honey?
Yep.
Oh, it is beautiful out." Like she doesn't have a care in the world
Yeah.
at all. Not
Yeah.
a care, not a concern, not a damn thing. But okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I just think that's interesting. That this is
Are
how we start off.
are you saying that it's interesting because it's odd based on what's going to happen in the call? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. How is
Okay.
it that this woman is so unfazed, unbothered, and hi,
Mm-hmm.
hun, like she is just like this nigga is just coming off the golf course
Mm-hmm.
after calling her to see what's gonna be for dinner when he gets home. Like what
Right.
this Negro is in jail, and two, you got some news for this nigga.
Correct.
I don't understand.
Correct. I noticed the same thing. Shirley ain't as passive as y'all think she is. Shirley got a little fox in her. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's listen.
Mm-hmm.
What you been doing?
Well, Ty called me today. Ty, the jewelry lady.
Yeah.
Somebody called her to say that the cashier's check that you wrote to get my ring.
What?
Are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
He reacted too soon.
I was about
D.
to say, why is he saying what and he don't even know what she's about to say? Dumbass. This call is so stupid. I cannot with this call. This call has always bothered me, but now it's really fucking annoying. Okay, this is stupid.
I mean, he was like, "What?"
What?
Like it was like he heard something he didn't hear. Like he knew what she's about to say,
Yeah.
and he was ready to what? What? That makes
Wait,
no sense
hold
to
on one
me.
second, babe. Hold on 1 second.
D-Dub says Shirley didn't talk to them people. Now it's time to follow the script they gave her. That's what it sounded like to me, D-Dub. That's what it sounded like to me. Miss RCO1 says the what confirms that he is guilty. Abso-freaking-lutely.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry.
Look, I was just reading this comment, V. Ms. RC 01 says the what confirms that he is guilty.
Exactly. Like what?
Exactly. Right.
What's
now,
calm down?
now
Calm
look, now when he does that, he
down.
fucks up Shirley's script. See, both of them are scripted, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now he done said the part too soon. So now Shirley got Shirley got to figure out now what do I say? Because no, listen, nigga, I ain't got to that part yet.
Not he done messed up her script.
He did.
That.
He did. He fucked it up. Like he went out of order. it's like a bad neighborhood play. Listen, listen.
Somebody called her to say that
Hilarious.
the cashier's check that you wrote to get my ring,
What?
it
See the pause. See, you skipped the part. You are going out of order, nigga. Let me finish this part. Then you say what?
Right. Oh God, these people are
Damn it,
stupid.
damn it, man.
are you listening?
Yeah, I'm
The
listening.
Okay, the cashier's check that you wrote to get my ring over a year and so ago, that was written off her account, and you stole $250,000 from her, and she needs that receipt and a copy of the check or something. She was telling Ty. So Ty says she's not giving her anything unless she has like a court order or something. She told her that you were in jail. Ty knows that you're in jail, but I didn't confirm or deny it. And anyway, now they're calling, they're still
Who's calling?
I don't know who it was. I don't know who it was. She didn't say. She said she wrote the lady's name down, but she didn't have it because she thought it was a scam. And then she said that an officer from Rosewall Police Department called her as well.
Okay. Is she reading this V. Lenore? The woman lived in Roswell.
I don't know. Did somebody write down Rosewall for her?
Look,
What
the
you say?
lady lived in Roswell. She knows it's pronounced Roswell. Why is she saying Roswell? Can you answer that? Because that's the part of this call that always bothered me. Why are you saying Roswell? Is she reading it? Was it written down and it was a typo
Well,
on
I
the
was
cue card?
thinking. I thought they lived there in Roswell too, but then I said, well, no, that one house that they claimed they did not live in was in Roswell. But I didn't know if they were really living in Roswell. And then a part of me is like, well, damn, she's so disconnected from Atlanta that she doesn't even realize that it's Roswell. Like, I don't
There's
know.
no there's no end to hell. First of all, Roswell is not that hard of a word to pronounce. Second of all, if you live in Alpharetta, if you lived in Alpharetta, Alpharetta's right next to Roswell. You have heard
Right,
of Roswell. You've heard people say it. So why all
right.
of a sudden it's she lived in they said from Roswell, somewhere in Roswell. Nigga, there's no E in it. It's Roswell. Why are you saying it like that? It just bothers the
Well, but
piss
then
out of
here's the
me.
other thing. I'm like, well, I I I don't know. I don't understand why she didn't understand any of this because she knows he got picked up by the folks at Roswell Police Department
Thank
because they've been
you.
talking about it for 3 months. So now all of a sudden she doesn't recognize that it's Roswell now. He been in jail
She,
3 months.
she said Roswell. And was saying like it was a hard word. Roswell, Roswell. Yes, it's Roswell. That's the part that bothers the shit out of me every time I hear this. But okay, all
I'm
right,
very
Shirley.
confused
All
by
right,
them.
we trying to be on your side, Shirley. We are.
We are. I
And said
tried.
that if it's not
It's hard though. It's hard.
It is.
Oh God. Southside Chi-Town said, didn't they live in Marietta too? Because Shirley would never live in Marietta. Nope. 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 Mm-mm. I could not see now Roswell, Alpharetta, Johns Creek. I could see Shirley living in all those places. I cannot see Shirley living in some place I used to live. Okay, because I used to live in Marietta. I can't see Shirley Strawberry being there. Mm-mm. She is a Roswell, Alpharetta type of girl. That's her.
Another Roswell after.
Shit.
legit, I'll have to give my ring back and all that. And I said, well, if I have to give it back, I have to give it back. But,
Them folks
whatever.
is still trying to get at me for nothing.
Yeah. And then I talked to Lamont and he said something about there's a woman that they have. He doesn't know her name. And she's a snitch and she's trying to set you up or, something like that. So,
Absolutely.
Stop it! Stop
yeah.
it! Stop
But
it!
anyway, so that's how my day.
Wait. And she has all so first of all, how can he be a snitch or she be a snitch unless there was something that they were doing that they were both a party to that was illegal.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And instead of him thinking about it before he answers in the affirmative, confirming that there was something illegal going on, his dumbass immediately comes out and goes, absolutely. Absolutely. She a snitch
Mhm.
on me and snitching on the illegal shit that I did. Absolutely.
Mhm.
On a recorded line. On a recorded line. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. hmm Well, you know what that is, V, right? You know what
What?
that is?
What is that?
Neesto be lying. Neesto.
Uh,
Mm-mm.
Nesto be lying, V.
Straight up and down.
Nesto be lying. Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Nigga, it's something else. His country ass. Oh my
Right.
goodness. He
Absolutely.
he always keeps giving us something, don't he?
I'm
My
trying.
damn vocabulary has expanded so much since I've been covering this shit. Baby, there are words I never knew I needed to know before now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Shit.
I find myself saying that when I go to restaurants now.
What you
So
say?
you want the salmon bowl with a side of yellow rice and the salad. Do you want balsamic vinegar on that? Absolutely. As, absolutely.
I'm telling you, this nigga is something else. And thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. I usually I usually do the thank you whenever I go to fast food restaurants, you know. Is that going to confirm your order? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Did you want the sweet tea with that? Bingo. 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 Bingo.
Oh, Jesus.
So you want the salmon and did you want that grilled? Absolutely. Bingo. Thank you.
Mm-mm.
I'm just saying. And I mean, and this is the most self-snitching dude in all of snitchdom. Like I've never seen anybody tell on themselves as much as Nesto tell on himself.
Mhm. For sure.
Lamont said she a snitch, and that she, yep, absolutely,
Absolutely.
absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely. Uh-huh. Oh Lord.
Lamont, Lamont is incriminating him. He's
Mhm.
incriminating himself. Shirley sounds just as stupid because she sounds like she incriminated her damn self.
Right, right.
Because if someone had just told me that my incarcerated husband is has stolen somebody's checks and charged $250,000 to
Mm-hmm.
that check
Mm-hmm.
to pay for a ring that's now considered stolen because the money was stolen that was used to purchase it, and now and Shirley just calling, hi hun, like, hi, no, it's beautiful out, and excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
your husband has been in jail for 3 months, and he's saying he's innocent, and he's saying these people are framing him, and you don't even know what city the police department is from that arrested him, even though that's been discussed many times in these calls because he swears they're racist. Officer Field, all these people, none of it makes sense to me that Shirley would be so nonchalantly discussing this with him?
She probably been practicing all day by the time he called. She probably been practicing. She was like, okay, okay. Hi, hun. No, okay, that's okay. Okay. Hi, hun. Okay, no, 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 no. Hi, hun. Like she probably been working on this shit all day by the time he called. Okay, all right.
Mm-mm.
Hi, hun.
Mm-mm.
Ty the Ty the jeweler called. Okay, Ty the jeweler called. Ty the jeweler called. Maybe I should sound more urgent. Ty the jeweler called. She probably was rehearsing in the mirror all day long,
Shut
waiting for him
up.
to call.
You
Hi,
said,
hun.
mm-mm.
Okay, okay. I sound a little bit like Snuffleupagus on that one. Hi, hun. Hi, hun.
Mm-mm.
Maybe I should sound sexy. Hi, hun. No, no, no. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. That might lead to naughty time. Hi, hon. She been practicing all day. She was practicing all day long. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's hear how the rest of this. They after me for nothing. They after me for nothing. No, they after you for $250,000, sir. Not nothing. $250,000. That's what they want. That's what they trying to get. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's listen.
It's been.
That's today?
Yeah, this happened earlier today. Yeah.
And she giggled.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. I said a few days before you get your court date, they're still trying to do something.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Wow.
So, yeah.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. The slower he talk, the more he lying. Okay. Yes, they are. Ain't that something? I don't know them folk. That's how you know. That's how you
I
know.
always sort of picture Eddie Murphy playing some old man character and pointing
hmm
down to the ground. Yes, they are. You know, like
hmm
the way Eddie would do it.
Right. Right.
That's what I picture with him. I mean, because
Yeah.
he's a joke, he's a clown. Um,
Right.
I think it's interesting that she's chuckling as she's telling this story.
hmm
And then for her to say, like, she can't be this naive. I'm sorry. They are still trying just anything. They just want to get you. You're such an innocent man. And these
Yes, I
police are
am.
just really doing everything to get you. It's all because you
Yes,
got a court
they,
date.
yes, they are. I am important, and these people know it. And I don't know why they try to get me on something when they ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing on me. But I'm still in jail with all this evidence that they got against me. But I seen it on the pewter that I am innocent man. So I don't know why they keep trying to get me. Damn it.
Okay? A mess.
Larry Willis said it's getting harder and harder to believe Shirley. I don't know. I mean, about what though? I mean, because all she's doing is presenting to him what been presented to her and what they told her to say. I mean, from
I
what I
feel
can
like
hear.
it is hard to believe Shirley because nobody can believe that this woman didn't know that this man was up to some bullshit. And she sounds like, hell, to be quite honest, she sounds like Sonya right now, making excuses for this Negro.
Now that I can get with. That I can get with. She does indeed sound like Sonya because them trying like eventually at some point you got to come to the consensus that why would they go through all of this? Like that has to be in the back of your mind. If they're trying to quote unquote get him, why?
Mhm.
And make that part make sense. Because if you can make that part make sense to you, then you can carry on. But if you say, why are they doing this? And no reason that you come up with makes sense, then you got to kind of think that they're on to something.
Exactly. And I would think too that if you didn't believe anything else, because you don't know Melanie Scratching, you don't know Gail
Right.
Bick, you don't know
Right.
Hazel the one lady. You don't know, even though she's not a part of the case, I'm just saying, you don't know
Mhm.
Sonya, you don't know none of these people. you half-ass know Erica. You know her, but you don't. I don't know if you know her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the bottom line is you don't know none of them people, but you do know Ty the jeweler.
Right.
And Ty the jeweler knew you enough to the point that she somehow felt the need to protect you or protect
Right.
Nesto and gave you the courtesy of contacting you to tell you this was going on. So you do know this person. So if you know this person and this person said it, so are you saying your person that you know is now in cahoots with all these strangers you don't know? And to for what reason? To put your broke ass husband in jail? For what?
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. And I think it's, I don't know if she, see, here's the part where I kind of struggle. Like, does she believe that she is so important that he becomes important along with her? Like, does the self importance carry over to Nesto in her mind,
I
that
don't
she thinks that you don't think so?
I don't think that she thinks she's that important. No. I don't get that from her. If and it could be. I mean, I'm not saying I don't know this lady from Can of Paint. And
Right.
maybe she is that arrogant. I don't see that from her. I feel like she would love to be important. I feel like, when you heard her, and I didn't have any problems with how I heard her describing Steve's house and how she was, in awe of what she was saying, the lifestyle and that sort of thing. And I
Hmm.
think that in that moment, I heard the humility in her in the sense that I wish I had that. I wish, she wasn't too prideful to say, oh, that ain't shit. She could have been like, nah, fuck that. These people think they better because this, that, and, I didn't hear
Right.
that.
Right.
Heard her really admiring what she saw and what she would like to have. She was inspired by it. So I don't see her as thinking she's so important because she always made it sound like when I'm hearing them talk like she really did make him feel like he was important.
Mm.
And I
Okay.
never heard him once act like she was important.
Right.
But she's always trying to big him up.
Mm.
So I don't know. I just think that this lady really I don't know. It seems weird to me that she's not phased by the fact that this nigga is in jail and you don't know why he's in there. I don't get that part. And if you don't know why he's in there at this point, when your friend or somebody you know
Hmm.
personally is now coming to you and saying that shit has been stolen, I would believe that he's done some shit, that these people are not trying to frame him. That's weird.
That is weird. It's super weird. I'm just, I look. It gets to the point to where um I got homeboys that was on the other side of the law, and and sometimes they would come and they'd be like, man, they said I did this, and I'd be like, uh-huh, that's messed up. And then then they would be like, yeah, and they said I did this. I'd be like, uh-huh. And then they would be like, and they said I did this. I'd be like, okay, let me call you back, because
Mhm,
because after a
mhm,
while it's like, they can only quote unquote put so much on you
mhm.
before there's the smoke starts to lead to the actual fire. So it is weird. It is absolutely weird, especially $250,000.
Right.
um
Like that's a
um
$250,000. And that
right.
doesn't faze you that your husband has been accused of stealing $250,000. You don't start to think, how did he get this ring? Or how did I get this car? Or you don't start
Hmm.
to ask any questions when you know what you earn. You know what you're bringing
Right.
home. Like,
Right.
makes no sense. And you know he ain't got no job.
Hmm. Yep. 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 That is true. Where you get it from, because you don't earn anything.
Right.
Did your puddle jumping video make a lot of views, and you got money from that? When you jumped in that puddle in slow motion, is that where you got the money from? Did YouTube send you a check that covered that? I mean, I'm
Look,
just saying.
he was a good jumper. He did do that very well. He didn't even look like he blinked when the water splashed up. I feel like he did an excellent job at it.
Maybe so. Maybe that's why YouTube paid him that money for that. That's where he got it from,
Right.
Shirley. Okay,
Mhm.
he got it from the YouTube for jumping
Mhm.
in that puddle. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's see what else he gonna lie about.
So it wasn't, she didn't mention Officer Field, but I guess it's her partner. And
Wow.
then Lamont was saying that the Rosewall Police Department has a lot going on right now because, some of the officers have been sleeping around and got caught or something. It's just a big mess, but, regardless of that, I guess they don't have anything. So what they do have, in terms of cases, they're trying to, get something out of that.
Wow.
Yeah. So now they call Ty, another big mouth in town.
Oh,
Wow. And none of that stuff is true. Wow.
Well, yeah.
Isn't
so
it pretty easy to prove though?
go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, isn't it easy to prove when he says none of that's true? Like, how much evidence can the police possibly make up? Now, don't get me wrong. I have seen with my own eyes the police plant drugs on people. I've seen it. Okay. So I know that it's possible for the police to manufacture evidence on somebody. But
Mhm.
when you think about everything, if we are to believe Nesto and Sonia, the
Mhm.
amount of evidence that the police would have to make up, they would have to find adults that look like children, plant them on his computer and phones, and then present that as CP. They would have to like create a check, a cashier's check that
Mhm.
supposedly he wrote that he really didn't write, and present that as evidence. When you think about everything that the work that the police would have to do in order to set all of this up, it's
Mhm.
ridiculous to believe that none of this happened. You know what I'm saying? Like that's very far fetched.
And let me just ask you this though. So the police would have called Ty and then had to get her to join in on a lie with them.
Right.
So that means that your friend or this person you've known forever, they hate you enough. Why would they want to do that to you?
Right.
What
Right.
would be the benefit of Ty doing that? Is she gonna get paid? And who's funding this whole operation? The police department themselves are gonna give Ty some money. Like make this make sense as to why all of these people have decided to all come together to lie on your husband who's in jail for the fourth time since we've been married.
And I think it's important to note that a conspiracy, a real conspiracy, really cannot work outside of 3 or 4 people. Like when you think about the way that people can change up on you, switch up on you, decide to change their mind, or whatever, can't go through with the plan. What kind of conspiracy can it really last outside of 4 people at the most? Because once you add that fifth person in, it becomes a problem. Just ask them people on dead presidents, okay, who never should have let Bokeem Woodbine become a part of the damn plan. Smokey tried to tell you. So when you think about the fact that people can't hold water, and now we're talking about a whole police department. We're talking about a whole DA's office. We're talking
Mhm.
about all the police in Roswell, plus Fulton County. Plus, I mean, we're talking about a lot of moving parts and a lot of different people, and
Right.
everybody kept the secret. Everybody, all of them.
They still keeping it.
Exactly, and that's what we're supposed to believe. That's what we're supposed to believe.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But I
Absolutely.
absolutely okay, absolutely, absolutely. 'Cause I'm an innocent man. I'm an innocent man. Okay, I'm an innocent man. I,
Mm-mm.
I ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing. Nothing.
Ain't got nothing to do with him. Okay.
They ain't got nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I don't know them folks. I don't know them folks. Now, now
Yes,
let me
sir.
see who. Let's see what the next lie is, V. Because all of this shit is it. I ain't gonna lie. I heard the call and then I heard the call again, but I ain't gonna lie. It's super interesting knowing what we know now and where he is now. From
Mm,
October 14th of 2022 to May of 2025, where he is now is super interesting based on this call alone and
mm.
what we didn't know when we first heard it.
I just said, well, I don't know what's going on. I just, played dumb. I just said, I don't know what's going on. I never confirmed or denied why you're in jail. She didn't seem to be too interested in that. She just said she thought it was a scam. She said, don't worry, I didn't give up any of your information, but I wanted to tell her they have it anyway. They've been had my information.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're still trying.
They're still trying to find something on me. Ain't got nothing on me. Wow.
Yeah. So have you talked to your attorney? You might need to tell him.
I haven't talked to him. Wow.
Yeah.
And this was today.
Just this morning. Yep.
Wow. And what the scam lady say? What's supposed to be going on?
Well, I guess what's supposed to be going on is you stole $250,000 from him, and that you wrote that check off her. I mean, you got that money out of her account for the ring.
No, you can't do that kind of stuff. They don't give you from that. You don't do that.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's not
Hold
how
on,
it
wait,
goes.
what?
What?
Wait.
No, you they won't let you do that kind of stuff. What?
Wait, who don't let you do that kind of stuff? The law, the police? Who are you? Who doesn't let you do that kind of stuff?
Yeah,
Who is
and who is
they?
the
V?
scam lady? What does that mean? The scam lady. What did the
Wait,
scam lady say? What?
wait.
What?
What the scam lady said? What the scam lady said? And then here goes Shirley. Let me get back to page one. Hold on, page one. That's on page one. So what's going on is Ty said that you stole $250,000.
Oh my
Like,
god.
like, I know Shirley is frustrated because she cannot follow the script the way she rehearsed it with Debbie. With Debbie on the phone. She probably called Debbie and said, okay, Debbie, you be Neesto. Say what and wow a lot, okay? Now I'm going to say this part and you say what and wow, okay? So, all right, okay, because I want to get this right when he calls. I'm pretty sure her and Debbie went over this a million times, and none of this shit happened like this when she rehearsed it with Debbie. All right, because I know she was like, once I explain it the first time, he'll understand it. And Debbie was like, no, no, no. You're gonna have to explain this to this nigga at least 3 or 4 times. Are you sure? Nesto ain't that smart, Shirley. Nesto ain't that smart.
Mm-mm. I can't. Oh
She
my god.
said, she said, well, what's supposed to be happening is hold on, let me go back to page one. Page one. Okay.
But when he
no,
was like,
no,
"Nah, they don't let you do," they don't let you do that. They won't give you nothing for it. What did he say?
they don't let you do that. Hold on, let's go back. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me go back a few seconds and see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see.
Off her. I mean, you got that money out of her account for the ring.
No, you can't do that kind of stuff.
You can't
No,
do that kind of stuff.
you can't do that kind of stuff.
Says the career criminal who has literally done everything. He's done all of that stuff.
But wait, that's not all he says. Keep going.
Hold on.
They don't give you from that. You don't do that.
They don't get you for that. You don't do that.
They don't give you for that. They'll get you for that. They don't do. Says the career criminal who has done everything. This nigga's done everything.
Right. And did
Name
this.
something.
And they
Name
got him for
something.
that. Okay?
Name some shit that Ernesto Williams has not done. Okay,
Hmm.
it's hard. It's
It's
hard to
hard.
come up with the shit. The nigga has done everything. Look at his jacket. His jacket got everything on it.
Man.
It don't make no sense.
Man, the only
It
thing
don't.
on there that's not on there is an unaliving bond. Okay?
Yeah,
That's
look,
the
I'm
only
telling
thing.
you.
And we don't know that he ain't did that. We don't know.
Thank you, because we ain't heard what Lamont got to say.
Right.
Lamont probably telling everything. Yeah, and then there was that one time when he hit that dog on the side of the road, and I said, "Man, you ought to go get that dog. Don't leave him on the side of the road." And he was like, "Man, fuck that dog," and he just kept on going. And I told him, well, if you're gonna hit the dog and keep on going, just keep your head up, stay prayed up, and
Mhm.
keep it moving. And that's what he did. That's why he didn't go pick up the dog.
That part.
We don't know everything,
We can't.
so I don't put nothing past this particular con artist at
I
all.
sure don't either. Me either.
Desi Jewel, thank you so much for the super chat. Desi Jewel says Shirley is full of ish. She
Hmm.
side him away from Ebony. Ooh,
Hmm.
that's a interesting take. She side him away from Ebony. She talks about her child and friends. We saw how well she lies on that interview with the radio lady. Calmest repo victim ever. Shady. Wow, Desi Jewel, you make some good points there.
What she lied with who? What radio lady?
The hold on. If I'm not mistaken, Tessie Jewel, I believe you're talking about the interview that she did. I believe with her radio colleague that had the podcast, and she went on there, and I don't. I feel like she lied by omission, like he does, because
Oh, I remember. Okay, I'm sorry. I remember that now.
she was
Yeah.
trying her hardest not to talk about Nesto. She was
Yeah.
trying her hardest not to talk about Nesto. And this lady was like, "So you ain't talk about your husband?" And Shirley
Mm,
was like, "He fine.
mm,
He okay. He doing good." Knowing this man was
mm.
locked up. So yeah, I mean, Bessie Jewell managed to summarize a lot of Shirley's shit in one damn comment. Thank you so much for the super chat, Bessie Jewell. So, Lenore, do you agree with that
I've
assessment of
I've
Shirley?
said from the very beginning that I do not believe I am not of the mindset that Shirley didn't know that anything was going on. I believe
Hmm.
that she may not have known exactly what was going on,
Okay.
but I do believe she knew he was on some fuck shit. And I do believe that, like when this whole thing about doesn't she know Erica King? Well,
Hmm.
remember Charleston White said that, they had come to the house where Erica King was with her man was down there cooking, acting like he was the butler. Charleston White's there with Erica, and then here comes Nesto and Shirley. They came, and he said that's how he met Shirley. Now,
Hmm.
let's take off the table that Shirley may not have known. Let's just say she may not have known why she was being brought there. Maybe she didn't know that they were stealing stuff or attempting to steal something from Charleston White. But what we do know is Erica King was present and she knew her there. But then when he's arrested and she says, this woman who you were arrested, who is she? Do you know her? And he said, yeah, I know her we had done some attorney. Did he say something like she did some attorney work for me in the past or something?
Right. Hmm.
He said something weird like that. And she was like, so
Right.
you know her? And he was like, yeah, I know who she is. But the fact that Shirley didn't recognize her by name makes me think she didn't realize that maybe that was Erica King. Plus, when you look at the picture, she don't look like no other picture. So I'm sure she didn't recognize the woman. But I still think it's odd that she hadn't done any sort of research to figure out who Erica King was, what kind of dealings this woman had with him, and now all these people are coming to her. She's got the police on her back, and he's in jail longer than she's known him to be in jail. Now she's hearing from her jeweler about this over here, about $250,000 allegedly was stolen. Like all of this, you mean to tell me nothing clicks for you? This is October of 2022. She didn't leave this nigga till the following, what, April, June? I think June of 23. She
Right.
stayed with him for almost a whole nother year before she
Right.
finally said, okay, fuck it. So I guess to me, it's like, girl, wake the fuck up. I just don't believe that she didn't know anything at all.
That's very true. That's very true. I mean, it is a lot to ignore. It would be a lot to ignore. So I think that's a very, very, very good point. I'm sorry, Shirley. I kind of think you knew stuff now. I kind of think you knew stuff. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It seemed like it because I was trying to be on your side, Shirley, but you're making it very, very difficult.
And
Like
somebody
super.
calls you with this kind of information and you hear from this nigga that's in jail already on some fuck shit. And you're like, hi, hon. Oh, it's a great day. Like, what?
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
because Lamont told you that somebody was snitching, well, how can she be snitching on a nigga who ain't did shit?
Right. Right.
That's
Right.
not snitching. Like, I don't understand. That's just straight up accusing and lying. But that's not what's being said. If Lamont says snitching, Lamont is snitching.
Right. Right. That and because you can't have one party. It ain't just one person. Because
Right.
how he know? How he know?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Very interesting.
And then she would
Very.
listen to Lamont, like, oh yeah, he just said that, that this woman's snitching and they're just trying to find something on you. They're just trying to do it, whatever they can before your court date. And then instead of him saying, I'm innocent, I ain't did nothing to nobody, he says, they ain't got nothing on me.
His lack of like he doesn't know, and when people are like, "Is he going to testify?" What we're talking about tonight is the reason he should never touch the stand.
Right.
Because of the way that he has a knack for being able to implicate himself and put himself in situations is what Will Wooten would literally be like salivating for. Like please put this man on the stand because he is going to self snitch his way into jail or into prison, and it's going to make my life a lot easier. So that's the reason why if Sean Hoover is worth his salt, he will not let this man go nowhere near that stand.
Right.
And this is why. This is
Right.
exactly why.
Yep.
Oh well, let's see what else he gonna lie about, V.
Yeah.
That's not how that goes.
Well, I guess they're just, I don't know how they're getting, I guess they're going through all your records and stuff. And
That's what it is. That's all
yeah.
that is.
I mean, yes, but they're finding Ty, and I guess they're trying, I don't know what's going, I guess they're trying to find anyone who will talk.
Absolutely.
And she doesn't know anything. Well, I know you called me saying she doesn't know anything. So, I mean, what are they, talk about what are they trying to find out? It's like they're really trying to nail you on something.
Yeah, they are, but it's nothing to nail me home. That's the part that they don't get. I don't have all that going on like that.
Yeah, well, apparently some woman, if you talk to Lamont, he'll tell you, some woman who has a real long track record, or no, what do you call it? Police record.
Uh-huh.
She's the one that's trying to bring you down or being a snitch for them, I guess, trying to lower her sentence or whatever. Whoever this woman, yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, well, who is she? Is it someone that he knows or that he was dating or has dated before?
I ain't got no shit like that going on. Yeah, there ain't nothing like that going on.
Well,
Why would she say someone that he's dating?
I don't know.
I don't know. I thought this was an interesting point. Let me go back to it because I want to make sure.
I guess trying to lower her sentence or whatever. Whoever this woman. Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, well, who is she? Is it someone that he knows or that he was dating or has dated before? Who is?
No.
So dating and dating before.
Mm-hmm.
Dating present tense, dating
Mm-hmm.
before past tense. I thought it was interesting, and I didn't know if she meant to say that or if she was so aware that he was cheating that she is legit asking, is this a person that he was dating,
I
like
think she was
currently?
so legit knowing that he gets down with other women.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
I
Every
thought
time
I
I
thought
hear
that
it, that's
was
what comes to mind. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying I thought it was awkward. I thought it was a really awkward thing for her to say that she asked Lamont. Like
Mm-hmm.
Lamont knows about his shenanigans. And
Mm-hmm.
is this somebody that he was dating?
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't even say, I don't date anybody. I'm married to
No,
you.
he
Why
said I
would I
ain't got
date
none
you?
of that going on.
He said, I don't got none of that going on.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Very weird. These two people talking to each other is very weird and very non-romantic, marriage type conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm not if I'm married to you and you say I asked was there somebody he was dating, I ain't dating nobody, but I ain't dating. I'm married to you. Like I'm not. I'm going to clarify that. Like I'm gonna make sure that that part is clear. Especially if I didn't do it. Especially if I'm not cheating. But for somebody that does what he does and the track record that he has, I ain't got none of that going on. The fuck? What kind of answer is that? First of all, what kind of question is that? And what kind of answer is that?
Well, I do believe that it's possible. Well, look, I think any person, any wife, now this is just being honest, any wife that could resolve in her mind staying on on a friend's blow up mattress slash sofa, whatever the hell, by myself while my husband is somewhere else and I don't know where he's at. I don't know who he's staying with, and I don't understand why we ain't staying in the same place at the same time. Then I have already told myself he's fucking other people. He has to be.
Mhm.
There's no other excuse for this. So if we've been apart like that for damn near 6 months, now I will say this. This is why I believe too that Sonya feels all of a sudden now she's, uh, um, 10 toes down on the fact that he was separated at the
Mhm.
time that he was arrested and they weren't together and they were
Mhm.
doing things for optics. Well, you weren't saying all of that initially. I think
Mhm.
somehow along the way in recent months or what have you, now you have gotten to the point where you've learned this, y'all have discussed this on some level, and now you're comfortable in saying that. But the truth is, I do believe that they did have some level of an open marriage as long as nobody else found out about it and as long as she never was going to be embarrassed by it. It was okay. I think all this blew the top off of it.
Do you think, now I'm trying to piece this together. Do you think that because of Steve Harvey and Marjorie's checkered marriage and rumors and innuendos, that that's what she thought she could do with Ernesto? Because it seems to me that Steve was her model as far as like the way that she wanted to kind of have. So I think like if she looked at Steve and Marjorie and said, well, they don't necessarily always sleep in the same bed, so it's okay if my man goes out and do you think that had anything to do with the way her mindset was in their marriage?
No,
Okay.
no, no. Mm.
Okay.
I think I think she cares less about what Steve Harvey thinks than she does about what the viewers of her show or the listeners of her show think.
Got you. Okay.
I think it's more important for her to have had this relationship because of her that column she does, that segment she does on the show. Outside of that, I don't think even Steve Harvey gives a damn whether she's married or not. Maybe somebody did tell her it'd be best if she had some sort of relationship. It would make sense because of this segment, but I don't think anybody really gave that much of a damn about what Shirley Strawberry had going on in her personal life, child.
Well, I mean, not that he cared, but I'm just saying, like, did she look at Steve and Marjorie's
No,
relationship, and and look at that and try to like say, well, this is how they stay together, even though they're not
no,
faithful to each
no,
other? Okay,
no.
okay,
Mm-mm. She don't give a damn. I mean, she
okay.
might. I mean, no, no, no. I don't think she thinks she has to conduct her life one way because of anything that Steve Harvey got going on. Honestly, no, 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 no.
Um, Oh, look, Aquarius basically, how would she know if Steve and Marjorie slept in the same bed? I'm just saying, based on the rumors and innuendo about their ups and downs and cheating and all that other stuff. Like, even going through all of that stuff, did Shirley think that that was like a way that she could also take a person who's not going to be faithful to her and still remain in the marriage? Because to me, the optics were important to Shirley, right? The optics of being married was the most important thing. So if that's what's important to Shirley, because again, I think we all can agree that if none
Mhm.
of this had come out, that Shirley would still be married to Nesto. I think we all can say that it was the public embarrassment, to your point, V, that caused her to leave Nesto alone. So I was just, just devil's advocate, just wondering if maybe, she looked at old Steve and was like, oh, so that's how you do it, and just let Nesto run amok, you know.
No.
Um, okay. Okay. All right. So Thessie Jules says, thank you so much for the super chat. Thessie Jules says, Shirley is spending all of my social security, but think about the Abu Dhabi conversation. The trip occurred the year before. Why were they just discussing it in jail? Any couple would have kikied if living together. That's very true. That's very true. That's very true. Their conversations are odd at best. The things that they talk about as a married couple are odd at best. So I agree with that thought. I do.
Yeah.
Muffin 218 says she thought cheating was acceptable. Yeah. I, I, there are women out there that are like that. There are women out there that believe that a piece of a man is better than no man at all. It is a thought that a lot of people have. I don't understand that thought, but some people do. Some people do. Lisa Glaze says Native Shirley broke things off before the calls were even released. Uh, well, yeah. Wait, hold on. What? Shirley broke things off before the calls were even released. Is that true? V. Lenore?
Mm, she broke it off in June. Yeah, I guess that might be true. That is true. Because when did the calls come out? Wasn't it like June or July or something like that?
But
Of
but she got on the Steve Harvey Morning Show because of a call about her talking about Steve not being able to breathe going up the steps. That
Yeah,
call
but that
came
was
out.
in October that it was released.
Yeah, and she said that she couldn't take it back, and that was September 11th,
I mean
2020.
September, yeah.
Yeah, that was in September. So if she mentions the call on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, the call had to have been
So
come.
July. The calls
Yeah,
came out in July. She broke off with him though in June, right?
yes,
And then the calls came out in July, and then she
right
was on Steve Harvey's in September.
in September, right?
Hmm.
Interesting, interesting.
So it is
Uh,
true. But see, here's the thing. I think the reason why Shirley broke it off was not
mhm,
because of the calls being made public, but I
mhm.
believe, allegedly, this is my belief,
Okay.
that Crail told her something. And the fact that Officer Fields and whomever else over there at the Roswell Police Department, they
Mhm.
had been in touch with Shirley, and you can best believe they reached out to her more than one occasion. And
Right.
then I believe that she had been talking to them and working with them when she came to him and said
Mhm.
Sheridan went down there and talked to him. I believe she knew for weeks prior to that that had taken place, because we've talked about how awkward that call was, how she
Mhm.
felt like she had to just rush right into it. You know how he said what when she said
Mhm.
about the call today, and she hadn't even told him anything.
Right.
I felt like that's how she was when she was explaining to him, "Hi, hon." So Sheridan went down there to talk to the people and blah blah blah.
Right.
Like she
Yeah, yeah,
could,
yeah.
she had to get it out. So I think she had been talking to them, and I think it has more to do with Sonya and what she learned about Sonya and him being on calls with Sonya. Hell, for all we know, Shirley heard the call before the YouTube streets heard a call, because the police officers probably came over there and said, "Look, you know who this bitch is he talking to?"
Right.
And I think that that's when she was like, "That's it. I'm spending all my money. He don't want me talk to the attorneys, and I'm spending my money, and I'm staying over here with this one, and then I'll get an apartment, and now my friend has to live with me because I ain't got nothing to drive. I ain't, it was
Mhm.
like her whole life was turned upside down because of this nigga. And finally, when it all comes to her that, okay, and look, he's still not even respecting you even behind bars. He's humiliated.
Mhm.
I
Right.
think that was it for her. I want
Okay.
them to go to trial so we can find out what exactly it was for her, because that's going to come up
Oh,
if
absolutely.
hmm
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, I think so. I'm thinking about like the call. So I'm thinking about the strawberry letter, right?
hmm
And I'm
hmm
thinking about the strawberry letter as being like the final straw, where it was like now, along with everything else, because somebody brought up the point that she hired a private investigator.
hmm
I do believe that Carol Lewis did tell her some things about what was going on, because remember the call where she was like, "We're not going to talk about the lawyer," and then
Yeah.
he kept trying to bring it up, and he was like, and she was like, "No, we're not gonna. I told you we're not gonna talk about the lawyer." And you're like, "Is something wrong? Is something wrong?" He knew then that Carol had told. So that's a
It
very,
said
very, very,
something.
very good point.
Let's
Yes.
go back to that. I have heard people say multiple times that she got a private detective. Can y'all tell me? Because see, I didn't hear a call when that came out. So can y'all tell me, how did that come out? And did that come out in the call? And she told him this? How did that come out?
It didn't come out in a call. There was a statement that Shirley Strawberry put out about her hiring a private investigator, and they found, and that she found. So she put out a statement saying that it wasn't on a call. It wasn't to him. Like she never said to Nesto, "I hired a private investigator to find out about your shit." It was a statement that came out about from her about what happened. So
Oh,
that, and I want to say, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, did Chronicle Speaks put that out? Because I want to say it was Chronicle Speaks, but I'm not sure where I saw that at. But I did see a statement from her talking about a private investigator. So y'all help me out with that one, because I don't remember.
hmm.
But yeah, she did say that.
Was it when she was on the show with Steve and she talked about the situation? Because I don't remember.
No, this was
Okay.
a statement. She went on there and she told Steve about them not, being estranged or whatever. He's been locked up, but there was a
Mm,
separate statement that came out about that.
okay.
Um, yeah. Let's talk about it. I'll say I saw that. She said it on another content creator. Yeah. Yeah, and I just can't remember. Anissa Ali, are you saying that it was um Chronicle Speaks? Because that's what it seems like. It seems like I remember it on her channel. I just, because she covers all that stuff. So I think that's what it was. But yes, she did say that she hired a private investigator, and he swindled her out of all this money and all this stuff. And so yeah, that did come out.
Oh.
So no, Anissa Ali said no, it wasn't. Okay. All right. Okay, wait. DMV 703 says absolutely native Chronicle Speaks. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna go back in the next couple of days and look over some old Chronicle Speak stuff and see if I can find that. But yeah, she did say something about that. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, Dimples Wimples say I think it was her Chronicle Speaks. I think so. But I'm gonna look. I'm gonna go back to her channel and I'm gonna look to see if I can find that part. But I do remember that. Yeah. Mary Willis says I would not be surprised if Lamont did not tell Shirley everything. I don't know about Lamont. I think Lamont was going to be a Nesto loyalist overall. I don't know about Lamont. I can't tell what the hell is going on with Lamont. I really can't.
I think Lamont is out here. I don't think he told Shirley nothing, but I think Lamont. I don't know. Is he the unindicted co-conspirator? Like, I just wonder if they don't have him hemmed up some kind of way.
Oh, definitely.
Because I think that I don't think it's so much about him being loyal to Nesto. I think his thing was, I'm going to protect Nesto because that's protecting me by protecting him. And if it looks like I can't protect him, then I'm just going to go ghost. Because I don't know why this nigga can't get up to the jailhouse that's put money on this man's books. I don't know why this nigga couldn't go and visit his friend when he claimed he was coming one time and then something happened and he couldn't get there. I want to understand why he never has made it up there. And I think it's because he's avoiding him or he knows he's not supposed to be there. I don't know, because I think Lamont is scared and was running for his own life at that moment. I think he would tell him Nesto if they had him hemmed up.
I think they would. Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. I think he would tell the police on Nesto. I don't think he would tell Shirley on
Exactly.
Nesto. Yeah, absolutely. Shay B says Shirley was done when Nesto went to court in February of 2024. Dre called Shirley on three-way June of 2024. Phone calls from prison dropped the three-way call in September.
It wasn't 24, it was 23.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that would have been
that's last
recent.
year. No, it was 23.
Phone calls from prison dropped the three-way call in September 2023. Shirley addressed it on the radio then. Now I know when she addressed that because that was 2 days before my birthday. My birthday is September 13th. In case anybody wants to write that down, but I do remember that happening 2 days before my birthday. I do remember that. So yes, yeah, she was pretty done. She was done. She was absolutely done. New Start 1971 says Lamont made some nasty comments about Shirley. He didn't tell her anything. I don't see him going to Shirley and telling Shirley. I just don't see that at all. Just by the way, based on look, just like you said, New Start, the things that he said about Shirley, awful, absolutely awful. So I can't see that. I really can't see that.
What did he say about Shirley? I heard what he was saying about Debbie.
Well, he kind of threw Shirley in that same conversation where he was telling Nesto how he should handle Shirley and and all this different stuff. Yeah, it was awful. And he did include Shirley in that, which would indicate to me that he is in no way like he's more loyal to Nesto than he is to Shirley, except when it comes to the police. Yeah. Bevy C says, so how did the police manage to make sure Ernest stayed in jail all this time over nothing? That's a very good point.
That's what I'm saying. Years later, man. Hell, fuck years, just months. I mean, months and months and months with all her hookups and stuff. She went to the whole White House while this Negro was in jail, right? He didn't ask for no help then.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, like girl, I'm just saying, if anybody could have got him out, he'd have been out. Right. And so if he's in there, then he must have done something, Shirley.
But here's the thing, Bevy C. Dre asked the same question. Dre, with all of his flaws, right, and not knowing how to pronounce any damn thing that has more than 2 syllables, Dre asked the same question. He said, if they don't have nothing on you, how come your lawyer can't get you out?
Yeah.
It's the most intelligent thing Dre has come up with on any of these calls. And it is the most intelligent thing Dre has said on any of these calls. How come your lawyer can't get you out if they have no evidence and nothing on you?
Nothing.
And that pissed Nesto off. That pissed him off to the highest of pistivity. And he called his little 76-pound weirdo with no edges, half her guts, and a red bottom diaper bag. He called her and said that Dre, my best friend, he want to know how come they can't get me out. He want to take a ride in the car. I said, nigga, we ain't taking no ride in no car. I blowed on his ass. I blowed on him. I blowed on him hard. I blowed on him for a long time. I just took him and I said, Dre, I'm about to blow on you. And I just blew and I blew and I blew until I couldn't blow no more. That's what he said. That what he said.
Hold on 1 second, Native. Hold on.
Aquarius basically is the only intelligent thing, Dre. It is the absolute. It's all we got. Okay, that is all we got.
All right, y'all. I'm sorry. My son just got home. But yeah. Anyway, I agree with you completely. I don't understand any of this. I believe that that boy is not his friend right now anymore, or his brother. I think they may have been in Lamont's ear by now. Just a thought.
It's a thing. It's a thing. It is a thing. Yes, indeed. Let's listen to some more of the lies, because the lies are getting deep.
Okay.
No, I ain't got no shit like that going on. Yeah, there ain't nothing like that going on.
Well, I don't know who it is, or I don't know.
Well, let me, yeah, as soon as they know I'm getting ready to get out. That's definitely what's going on. They're pushing harder and harder and harder, but they know I'm getting ready to get out. So, ain't that something?
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Something.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're trying to keep you in there.
I guess so. I guess. I mean, you know, I don't have nothing else going on. I don't have nothing else. They're just trying to really dig to figure out what's going on with me, I guess. You know, I guess it's too good to be true. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, wow.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that part. I'm not worried about none of that stuff there. That's my least concern.
Yeah.
If BC ain't call you, I'm not concerned.
Hold on real quick. I just want to say
if
this.
he hadn't called you, matter of fact, we can call her.
This woman just told you that $250,000 is stolen, and they're saying you stole it. This woman just called you and told you information that sounds like it might have you locked up and hemmed up even worse than you are in this particular moment. You've already been in here 3 months, and this woman just said that, and he says, I ain't worried about nothing like that. I ain't worried about that. If BC ain't said nothing to you, I don't care. I'ma care. You ain't gonna care.
Right.
They didn't say he sold some candy from the penny, the Dollar General or whatever around there. They said he stole $250,000. And the police have contacted this lady in addition to this person who claims that their shit is stolen. The police have talked to her. She done called me. And I'm telling you, and you act like you don't care? No. And she acted like it ain't no big deal either. Something ain't right with neither one of them. But okay, that's all I had to say. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Look, Miss Piggy Braxton, the other white meat, says, if my husband is still dating after we get married, I would cooperate with the police too.
Hello.
I mean, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all. I mean, yeah, there is that. There is absolutely that. But I don't know. The whole I don't know. The whole tone of this call is weird as shit.
It's very weird. None of it
Considering what we're
matches.
talking about. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Considering what we're talking about, $250,000.
$250,000.
Shirley's income at that point was $400,000 per year.
Right.
So a majority of Shirley's yearly income was stolen, and she's just like, "Hi, hun.
Right.
It night weather outside. Yeah, it's beautiful outside, hun. By the way, $250,000 was stolen, and Tyler Jeweler is
Yeah,
saying
and
that you
used
made
to
a
buy
check
my
on."
ring last year from Ty. She said the police called her, and I mean, are you fucking kidding me?
Right, right. The tone is weird. The tone is really weird. That's what makes this shit so damn intriguing. When they say why they still listening to the calls, it's because none of this shit makes sense. That's why we still listening.
Right. Right.
Like we are having whole debates in the comments about why you left your husband and when. So yes, that is why we are listening, Sonia, is because we're listening because none of this shit makes any sense. If it all made sense and went together, we could care less. But the fact that we got to go back to calls from 2022 in 2025 to make some sense out of this bullshit is why we still listen.
Exactly. Yeah.
Jeez.
They never
Okay.
disappoint at keeping us on our toes. Okay.
Not at all. Not one little bit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. That's it. Let's listen.
Over there now. You got his office number?
I have to get it. Let me see. Add call. Hold on. Let me see if I can add him. Okay.
Yeah, add his cell number. Well, you can call his cell phone or you can call his, yeah, let's call his cell number.
His cell phone?
Yeah, let's see if
Okay.
you have his cell phone first.
All right. Hold on. Okay.
Okay.
When it tells you, hold on. Let me see if I can call him. Hold.
Come on, Shirley. Come on. You know how to use the damn phone. Oh, damn it, Shirley.
The phone is
Why
a
are you
new
making it hard to
addition
be on?
for Shirley. She's not. Give her a break, okay? She this whole phone thing. It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
So
add his cell phone? Add his cell phone or his house phone? Damn it, man.
girl.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
Hello?
He wasn't there.
Okay, that was his office number or was that his cell
That was his cell number. That was his cell number.
number?
You want to call his office
Before.
number?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Hold on. Hello?
Yeah. Hello?
No answer. Yeah, no answer.
Yeah, was that 770?
Yeah, I have it, honey. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I have to go back on my phone, but I have it. They're listed. I called Julia and I called BC on the cell phone.
Okay. All right. Well, let's call Lamar and see what he's talking about.
Okay. Well, let me, shoot. Hold on. I gotta get her off. Okay, hold on. Let me get Lamont now. I had to hang up from that other call. Hold on, honey. Oh, shoot. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
What's going on, bro?
What you got going on?
Oh, I'm sitting here now. trying to figure out. When you call me, you got to give me a chance to put my card and stuff in before you hang up. It take a minute, so you have to go through the prompts and then put your card in.
Okay. All right. So what time?
So when you call me, just don't hang up the phone. Just stay on the telephone and just hold it, and then eventually I'm gonna come on. Because every time I put the card in them in and I take it all the way down, it take a minute to process. You have to put your address, your zip code, you put everything in, but then you hang up.
Yeah, it's the same way when you call me, honey. It's the same thing.
Okay.
You put your card and your zip code.
Yeah, you have to put the zip code, the credit card number in. You have to listen to the prompt. I know it sounds like I ain't coming on the phone, but just don't hang up. It's just holding it, waiting until everything's processed.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So when can I come?
So Neesto don't know how to use the phone. What are we
They sound
talking
like a
about?
bunch of old, illiterate, isolated. I mean, like all of them trying to articulate even what the process is with each other sounds just, I don't know. They just
It,
sound
it sounds weird. He's been to jail before. He don't know that not to hang up the phone. So Nesto is sitting there going, "Well, ain't nobody answered the phone yet. I guess I'll go on here and hang on up." What the fuck?
right.
What? I don't understand.
I don't
I
understand
don't.
any of it. I don't understand
So
any.
and you know what's crazy? What's crazy is that what Lamont just said, Dion has told him the same exact thing. You be hanging up, daddy. When you be calling and I be trying to put the numbers in, daddy, you be hanging up too soon and you be thinking I ain't coming on the phone, but I be having to put the numbers in. You know, I got a flat tire and my friend just died and I dropped my cell phone and the cell phone cracked open. And when it cracked open, I looked and there was a note in there that told me I had a ticket. So I ain't paid the ticket and I got a warrant. So I'd have been to jail and then they shot at me on the way coming back from the jail when I got out on bail. So, you know, you got to just give me a minute to put the numbers in the phone, daddy. Otherwise I can't talk to you.
Right. Because somebody gonna
Nigga,
die and I'm gonna have another funeral to go to.
nigga, what? Like, nigga, what? What all happened, Dion? I'm sorry, what?
Right.
Shit. Oh
He
my God.
don't so much happens with Dion. Oh, poor thing.
Man, do not talk to Dion if you are in a good mood. Okay?
No,
Do
no.
not talk to Dion. You will be depressed as shit.
No, I would say that, see, it's like a glass half full.
Okay.
Talking to Dion can either make you depressed or make you really, really be thankful for your life. Okay? Because this Negro always is going through something, always is seeing somebody die. Somebody on this young man has died every month at a minimum, if not more. So for him to be so young, he done lost a whole lot of motherfuckers. Okay.
Sure have.
So he done went through stuff. He done wrecked cars. He done had flat tires. It's always something with Dion. So
Yeah.
either you're going to be grateful or you're going to be depressed.
Yeah,
He's
no,
polarized.
no, he is, he is, and I mean, I would just be like, I would be like more on the lines of, let me get the fuck away from you, okay? Because I don't need all this shit. I can't be in your shadow. I can't be in that shadow. You know what I'm saying? Like, you stand in Dion's shadow if you want to, okay? You stand in Dion's shadow if you want to. You ain't coming back home. That's all I can say. The boy, the boy got lethal karma. He got lethal karma. It's something else. Work in progress. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, wait, Lamont wasn't already on the phone with Shirley like he be on the phone with Sunshine? Hmm. Ain't that something?
So y'all
That's
think
interesting.
that Lamont, I know we thought that Lamont and Sonya used to talk and stuff, but do
Mhm.
we think that I think that stopped after a while too. I feel like Lamont is going to be called in to testify if this Negro really goes to trial.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
feel like because of that, that suggests that people have talked to him. And I feel like he probably started ghosting Sonya at some point too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think that around 2023-ish, middle toward the end of 2023 is when I think it stopped. I'm
Yeah,
just guesstimating if I had
me
to
too.
guess when it stopped, but definitely 2022 and probably the beginning, if not the most of 2023. But I think toward the end of 2023 is when it kind of wore off for
Yeah.
him. But absolutely, absolutely, because she couldn't not talk about him. Your brother. I talked to your brother. Have you talked to your brother? I saw your
Yes.
brother. Your brother's so crazy. He's
Yeah.
so crazy. Your
Yep.
brother, your real life brother that's actually related to you, your brother, him. Yeah. It,
And
it
the
was it
fact
was
that how did she ever rectify the fact that he lied to her and said that that was his brother, and then turned around and qualified it by saying, "Oh, we have the same father," and then later on to find out they weren't related at all.
at all. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's a question that if anybody ever get a hold of Sonya Waller Durham Jackson, just ask about how she can't seem to. This man lied to her, and she says, remember the call where she said, "As long as you don't lie to me, I'll be a." He had already lied to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't understand. I don't understand. But work in progress. Thank you so much for the super chat. Joey Sea Dog says Shirley only cared about the optics. She knew Nesto was in the shits. I
Yep.
I think so. I think for me, what I struggle with is knowing that he was in the shits, right? But how much did she know? And there have been people that have even accused her of participating in the shits with him. Now I don't think that happened. I just don't. I think Shirley knows she had too much to lose. But I think that knowing what he was into, yes. How much is where I don't really know how much of this stuff. Like, does he know that he's got an ambulance? That he's giving this woman an ambulance to drive and it breaks down. Does she know all that? You see what I'm saying? V? Like,
Yeah, it's
I struggle with
crazy.
that part.
That's crazy.
I do. I struggle with that part of how much she knew because that part I don't get. Miss
Oh,
Piggy Braxton, thank you so much for the super chat. Says so. Shirley owes the government $1 million in taxes, but Nesto can afford a G wagon and a $250,000 ring while she lives with Tasha and Ronald because of finger bugs, while Nesto lives in the RV. It makes no sense. It makes no sense, V. None.
none. Zero.
So I can't get down with that. I don't know, Shirley. Shirley, you're making it hard. You're making it hard, Shirley.
Uh-huh.
Damn it, man. Damn it. Let's listen.
Call
Get
me
it?
back then.
You can come back today 'cause I'm getting ready to do it right. You can come back today. I'm on the road, so give me 30 minutes to get out. I'm out here in what's this called? Little Burn. I'm in Little Burn, so the trees and the signal be bad. So give me about 30 minutes to get where I can be with good signal at.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, and then that way, then you can call me all day. You just
All right.
keep calling back to back to back to back to back. I know you might not have that much to talk about, but you can at least call as much as you
Well,
like.
but today I do, because I got the news Shirley just told me about.
Oh yeah, about the people. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's all good. They all trying to. They just coming up with different stuff, man. Just trying to make stuff up. That's all that is.
Yeah.
They ain't got nothing. They just making up shit now. That's all they
Mm.
doing.
Yeah, I know it. Like I said,
Is
I
that
had
how
all
it
my
works,
important
lady?
papers in that in my
Yeah,
truck.
that's
I was
how it
getting ready
works.
to go take care of my business with.
They
Yeah. So
make
they
up
done just went.
shit, and they just make up shit.
Yeah, they
Um,
make up
I'm
shit and
surprised.
that's it. That's all
Yeah,
they got to do.
I'm surprised you didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean that's all. But I mean, I had a feeling that's how it went down, but
Hmm.
I didn't know it was simply that easy. They just make up some shit on you, and then they can lock you up and keep you in there for years.
Hmm. Yeah, just make up shit. Yeah, because there's nobody that holds them accountable. You know what I'm saying? There's no checks and balances when they make up shit. They can
Got
just make up shit and then it's just made up. And once it's made up, it's just there.
it's there, and
Like,
if they just say it enough, it's true. I
there
guess.
you go. There you go. So
Mm,
there's all of that that you have to. I'm surprised I have to tell you this, V. I'm surprised.
I'm sorry. I'm
I
slow.
mean, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I'm just a little shocked. I'm just a little
Yeah,
shocked because you should know this that they just make up shit. You
sure.
know,
I should.
just to be making up shit.
I'm sorry.
Um, no, I mean it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. That's why we're here. We're here to learn together, V. Lenore. Okay,
Okay. I feel
we're here.
judged.
Well, a little bit of judging, a little bit of judging. You know, but listen, V. Lenore. You know what? You know
What?
what judging really is.
What?
Neesto be lying.
That's judging. Okay.
Yeah, that is judging.
That's judging. Okay.
Okay.
Joey C. Dog says Shirley knew enough not to ask too many questions, plausible deniability, but drove the Bentleys and G wagons anyway. She's not innocent. I guess. I guess. I mean, I ain't gonna put the. Let me see. There's innocent, and then there's not guilty.
Hmm.
Now, is she not guilty or is she just innocent? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's kind of where I teeter at, as far as that's concerned. You know what I mean?
It's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Like, because I mean, we don't know. Like, I don't know this lady. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know this lady. I don't know if she has that in her. You know what I mean? And if she has that in her, where has it been this entire time?
Good. That's a good question.
I mean, because let's look at it. Let's be real about it. Ernesto is a career criminal. Shirley Strawberry is a career radio person. You see what I'm saying? Like, why all of a sudden would she just get with this guy and be like, you know what? Let me plausibly deny some shit real quick. Just go on and get this plausible deniability. I mean, look, I get it when you're with somebody and you're married to them and they're not on the same page as you morally, that sometimes, depending on who you are, it can drag you down. I just don't know if Shirley is comprised of that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Again, to your point, Joey C. Dog, I get it, but I just don't know. My thing is, how much did she know? Because we're talking about this man was into some deep shit. When you say in the shits, we're talking about some of the deepest shit that you can get into when we start talking about CP, when we start talking about SA, when we start talking about great. We're talking about deep, deep shit. How much of that shit did she know?
Hmm.
That's my question.
Yeah, and I don't wouldn't venture to think uh that she knew anything about the SA. I don't even believe she would know anything about the CP. But
Right.
I do believe that she had a feeling he was finagling something to get
Hmm.
the vehicles or to get them hooked up with the next house, or I don't know.
Okay.
But I feel like when it came to the cars and the houses, she had to know something was not right. She just had to. And I'll never forget, I could have sworn in that call we heard one of these calls recently where he says that he was on his way to pay off the truck when they arrested him. So if he was on his way to go pay off something, doesn't that mean that there will be money left over? And so why didn't she think to say, well, where is that money?
Hmm. You mean
And how,
when he went to
huh?
go pay off the check balance thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I didn't know what the hell that was. Okay. All right. Check balance thing.
Hmm. Hmm.
3 arrests, 5 convictions. Right. But what does she know? And how do we know she knew it? That's all I want to know. I mean, that's how I get it. I trust me, I get it. But and I mean, it's not hard to look at like Joey C Dog. You can look at this picture on the screen right now and tell that this nigga ain't up to no good. You know what I'm saying? You can look at the cuckaburls in the back of his head and know he ain't up to no good. That's not my question. My question is, what did she know? How much of the shit did she know? What exactly did she turn a blind eye to with his shit? You know what I'm saying? That's all I really want to know, because it, depending on what she know, depends on how I look at Shirley.
Okay, what if he was an escort by trade? What if that was one of the businesses he was running? And what if she was a client at one point? And what if once she got with him and they decided that they were going to do this thing for the world to see, because they had Essence at their damn wedding and all of that. The
Mhm.
proposal happened on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. So if all of that was, now they've got this persona. What if
Mhm.
he continued along with the business she knew he had, which was being a gigolo? And maybe that's why it was okay that they didn't sleep in the same place, and because she was the wife, but the rest were work. I mean, what if there was something like that that was going on? That might be a reach, but I'm just saying that's the only way I can make sense of the fact that you don't live with this man. He got all these women. He's stealing from all of these different women, and you don't feel a way about his involvement with other women. You don't seem to have a problem with the fact that they're accusing him of stealing from them. Like, none of this seems odd to you.
Right.
Like, but if that's his business, what if that's the business she knew he had, and maybe she knew that wasn't, legitimate work, but he was living well doing it, and he deals with people with, that are doing well for themselves. Maybe that's something she accepted. I just can't make sense of the fact that she didn't know he didn't commit any crimes. So I gotta believe she knew he was at least doing one of them. That seemed like maybe the most acceptable one. I don't know.
Look, V. Lenore, I don't know if that's what happened. Here's what I do know. Here's what
I'm
I do know.
reaching, but I shit.
Here's what I do know. You just wrote my next script for me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Uh-uh.
I appreciate that. Yes. Yes. I'll give you writer's credit for it. Okay. When it comes out. But that is an awesome, awesome script. I love that. I love that idea. I love that idea. Yeah. We're gonna develop that out into something, okay? Um Sh- Shirley C says, I don't think Shirley Strawberry knew anything about his business. But Shirley C, what if his business was being a male gigolo, like like Three Lenore said? That's
I'm just saying that's the only thing I could see that she might. I just don't get how she didn't know that this man was up to all of this.
right, right, right. The only black but not bitter says she knew Nesto had a criminal record because he was arrested multiple times during their marriage. She also knew the barbershop was open 24 hours, but he didn't use one of those hours to get. Get your friend, V. Lenore. Get your friend.
Mm-mm.
Get your friend. She also knew the barbershop was open 24 hours, but he didn't use one of those hours to get lined up. So it would seem. So it would seem. Okay. All right. All right. Well, let's listen to some more, y'all. Let's hear him out, okay, or her out, or whoever we hearing out.
Through all your papers and all that.
Yeah, that's all that is. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
They just going through the papers and looking to see what's what through the papers and stuff, because you had everything in there, and they going through your phone and all that. So
Yeah, that's yeah,
and there ain't nothing in your telephone. Them little papers don't mean nothing anyway. So
yeah.
a bunch of bills. They need to help contribute and pay some of them.
Absolutely. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, my big day supposed to be Tuesday, so I hope they ain't trying to spoil that.
Right now, that's gonna be your day. Hey, you ain't worry about it. Just stay prayed up, stay focused, and just keep your head up. We out
Yeah,
here
yeah,
fighting
yeah.
a good fight. Hey, we good to go. We just gonna keep riding and just keep riding. That's all we're gonna do.
Absolutely, 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 absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm happy. I'm waiting on that. Everybody praying for it. It's gonna be a fight. Pray the Julius behind us to keep.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll call you back later on. I'm glad I went on call, Shirley. I was like, Every day or
Well,
something.
don't think about, I just want you to know what's going on. It doesn't mean you dwell on it or get your spirits down.
Mhm.
It's
Right.
something that's going to come up against you anyway, when you're about to break free. So just think of it that way. It's like
Right.
the devil, but God
Right.
is on the throne. He's still busy.
Right. You just have to stay focused. And
Okay, Lamont. Listen, V. Lenore, when you are about to come into something good,
Mhm.
do the Roswell police come and put you in jail? I'm just curious because this is Shirley behind this thing. Now we could say a lot of things about Shirley. One thing we cannot say about Shirley is that she would make a good Sunday school teacher. Um,
Absolutely.
like what in the hell is that? What is that? So you mean to tell me that the 19 cycles that he has that he's been arrested for, right? Each
Mhm.
one of those times was because he was about to have a blessing. Something big was
Mhm.
about to happen every time he went to jail or went to prison in Kentucky. All of this leads up to something good. Is that what I'm understanding? Is that the theology
Just
that we're going with?
just think of Job, honey.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Just think of Job, honey.
Just think of Job. Okay. All right. I just okay. I just can't understand because Lord have mercy. I do not want to have that kind of blessing coming to me. If it means that, let me see, the 2022 right here, right? And in
Mhm.
2025, I still got to be in jail because it's a big blessing coming, and I got
Yes.
a 39 count Rico.
I just want little blessings. Just give
I,
me itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini blessings. I don't need no big
right,
ones. Mm-mm.
right.
Y'all can keep
I
them big
didn't.
ones. If that's what you got to go through, y'all can keep it.
Thank you, because that just I don't understand. I don't understand the people that believe that suffering is a
Mm-hmm.
part of being blessed. You know what I'm saying? Like, do we
Mm-hmm.
suffer in life? Yes. Is there purpose in our suffering? Sometimes there is, and and we take those lessons. But I just don't believe that when you are being investigated, when you have committed crimes and you are caught up, right? You have basically raised those seeds that you have sowed, right? They have come to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
There's some kind of way me planting seeds and they grow the thing that I planted. I planted corn, corn grew, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He planted child corn and child corn grew. I
Mm-hmm.
I
Into it.
just don't see look, I'm just saying consequence is no coincidence.
Yeah. No, but you're right. You're right. And that's the thing. I don't understand. I don't know. I feel like I don't sometimes I feel like the fact that this woman can encourage him in this type of way and instead of holding him accountable and asking him about some of this shit and at least saying, look, now I've heard this, this, and this. Why is she always concerned about his morale? Fuck his morale.
Right,
Fuck his feelings.
right.
He's in jail. Here you are, a public person. He's in jail once again. You over here staying with some friends because this nigga can't take care of you. I don't understand why you give a fuck about his feelings at this point. Fuck his feelings. I don't mean to get you down. Don't dwell on it. Yeah, nigga, dwell on all this shit. The fuck? Yes, he needs to dwell on it. I don't understand.
He
She's
do.
a problem.
She is. She is. I just even when she was talking about her own daughter and her own daughter defending her name by going down to the police and saying, hey, even then when he was like, what? Wow, what? Wow, what? Wow. And even then she was like, oh, honey, I didn't mean to
Upset.
upset your dad. I
Yeah.
didn't mean to upset your dad. What do you mean upset his day? What about your daughter's day? What about your daughter that had to go down and talk to the police about her name being put on documents that she did not put her name on? What about
Mm,
her day?
Mhm.
I don't understand why he was such the priority to her. But then again, I do, because that's where she put him at. She
Mhm.
put him as the priority. And it's just sad to see that that's where he was, because he did not earn that position at all.
Mhm.
Danielle, thank you so much for the super sticker. I do appreciate that. Yeah, hmm, I don't get it. Yeah, Mitchie three said he was so dramatic. He was. What? Oh, she the reason why I got all these extra charges on me. I got all these extra charges because of her. Wow, people so evil. Oh, people just so evil. Just want to take the name, throw it all around dirt and everything like that.
Mhm.
If I wanted these old mean motherfuckers, if I wanted these old mean niggas is up here drinking and smoking, I tell you to put out. And Shirley was like, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. But I don't know, because the way she's playing so goofy with this Negro here, I don't know if she would have allowed that to happen or not.
Right.
Like, because there are women
Right.
just like that.
Oh, I know.
And the fact that she's over here tiptoeing around this bullshit with him makes me wonder.
Right.
So,
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. All right. We get into the heart of the matter. Lamont is giving some good ass Lamont ass advice. Listen, B. These are words you can live by. Okay. Listen.
always.
Yeah.
It's gonna work itself out.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yes, it is.
It's gonna work itself out. It was just trying to think and plunder ideas and come up and it's just resting time. That's all. Just resting and relaxing. You know, it's probably not the people that you want to be around, but you know I can understand. But it's just resting time.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
rest
Yeah.
and just relax.
Well, I got 3 more
Remember,
days. God's good.
Yeah.
3 more days, so everything work out in my favor. So
Everything gonna work out. Everything ain't no if. Ain't no if. It's gonna work out in your favor. You
yeah.
ain't got no other reason but not to work out in your favor.
Yeah.
You ain't did nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you ain't did nothing, that's some bullshit. Some bullshit they got going on. That's just somebody mad and upset.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all that is. It's somebody mad and upset. You ain't did nothing.
Who
They
mad
need to be
upset
going
though?
running around finding all these killers and all these other people. That's what they need to be spending their time on.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Keep your head happy. Remember Job. Remember Job. Remember Job. Okay. I keep telling you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I'm good. I'm good. I ain't gonna let no kill me.
You got friends and family. Some people ain't got that. You got
Yeah,
friends
that's
and
true
family.
now. I see that
You
in
got
you.
friends and family. You in there with people they can't even make a phone call. They ain't got nobody to think about them. They ain't got nobody to talk to. They don't even know what's going on with them. Their wives ain't calling. Their kids ain't think about them. Their friends definitely ain't think about them. So you got friends, you got family, you got people that support you, you got people that love you, care about you, and want to see you win. So you ain't got to worry about all that. Everything gonna be whatever it is, it's gonna be. And then for one, you got a brother that'll go all the way there for you, so you ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
Lenore.
Nigga.
Lenore. When has this Negro ever went out of his way for Neesto since we've been knowing them?
Hello. Didn't we just say this?
When?
He said he'll go. He said Nesto got a brother that'll go all out for him. That's what he said.
When has he done it?
He won't even
I
go
rem-
out of his way to give Sonya $50 in cash. Okay, so
this boy pretended he didn't know where Cobb County is. Do you remember that? Do
I
you
didn't
remember when
know
he
he
pretended?
didn't know where it was.
He said, "Where we at right now? We in Duluth. Where you at? Cobb County. Where Cobb County at? Hey, where Cobb County at? You don't remember that call?"
No. Oh, maybe I.
Yes. Earl Lamont Dunbar pretended he didn't know where the fuck Cobb County was.
Wow.
Listen, V, I moved here in 2010. In the first 2 weeks, I knew where Cobb County was. You
Yeah.
can't tell me somebody that live here all the time don't know where Cobb County is.
Maybe he meant
What?
where is the Cobb County Jail? Maybe that's what he meant.
He said, you in Cobb County? What Cobb County at? Where we at right now? We in Duluth? Okay, where Cobb County at? Cause I don't know what Cobb County, nigga, you don't know what
Oh
Cobb County at. You don't know what Cobb County at.
wow.
Okay. All right. Okay. He don't know what Cobb County at. Okay. All right.
You can't
But
say
yet
what
you go
that
all
man
out for him.
knew. You don't know what he knew, Native.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. How do you not know? How do
Well,
you not
does
know?
he have to know? All you gotta do is turn that fucking GPS on. They'll take him right there to Cobb County. I don't know why he's trying to play.
Okay, let me ask you this, V. How long have you been in California?
A week.
Okay, and do you or do you not know how to get to the Crenshaw exit?
Yes, I know. I know where
Okay.
the Crenshaw
Okay.
exit is. Yes.
Okay. Then this nigga know where Cobb County is, okay?
Good point.
Shit.
Touche.
Shit. He know where the fuck Cobb County at. Lying ass.
Oh my
Shit.
god.
They got the best pork chops in Cobb County. That's how he know how to get out there.
Uh-uh.
Shit.
A mess.
You just stay focused, stay happy. You good to go.
Well, I
Do what
am.
they saying. You got your lawyer. You got everything. It's just everything good.
All right. Well, all right. I love y'all. I call y'all tomorrow. Yeah, I'm saying folks, dog. I ain't gonna let them break me down.
No, don't let no break, because all them lies they telling, eventually all that's gonna come. I was thinking about it. I said, how they just sitting up there making up stuff. No, it's one thing if you really did something. You ain't did nothing. They just sitting around making up shit.
Making it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
That's
you
how it
know what
works.
it is, man. You know, that's what they
Yeah.
good at. They good at it.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
You're
all right, bro. Well, I
Shirley.
love you. I ain't gonna
Yep.
hold you. I'll let y'all talk. But you can call me. Like I said, give me about 30, 40 minutes to get off the highway. I can pick up the phone. Don't hang up. Just stay on the line, and I'll put it on there. And if it don't work this time, call back again. I'm gonna get on the computer, and I'm gonna make sure I put it on the computer. And whatever you need to do, I have it taken care of. You make all the calls you want. Okay?
Okay.
Lamont is the worst kind of liar. Like Lamont is the type of liar that will make you want to hurt him. You know what I'm saying? All of that was a lie. Every piece of that was a lie. All of it. The
Oh
whole damn thing
god.
was a lie. What you mean? Let me get to
Oh,
let me get to where I can pick up the phone, nigga. What you on the phone now?
You can make all the calls you want, okay?
I can't say. Like some people lie. Everybody has their lying style, right? Some people lie and you can tell it's a lie. But then you got these old convincing niggas like this, right? These old convincing ass niggas. Like, wait, hold on. Wait, you need to go where? To the Home Depot? Oh no, I don't have no problem. Let me go home, change clothes real quick. I gotta get out of these Timberlands because they got this mud on them. And if you leave the mud on them for too long, then they'll get ingrained into it. So I got to just take these Timberlands off, let them soak for a little while. Then I'll be right back out. Now my mama may call me on the way. So if you call me and I don't answer, I'm talking to her. So just give me a minute. Let me finish talking to my
Right.
mama if you call. Okay. And then I will be on my way to take you to the Home Depot. Did you want me to take you to the McDonald's too? Because you sound like you're hungry. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's stop by the
I know
McDonald's.
you ain't ate.
Then,
I'll treat
then
you.
look, I'll treat you to the McDonald's. Then I will take you to the Home Depot. Do you need to go anywhere after that? Okay. All right. Okay. You don't? All right. Well, I tell you what, I'm just going to go home, change out of these Timberlands, talk to my mama on the phone. Remember, if you call me and I don't answer, it's because I'm talking to mama. Do you want me to tell her you said hi? He's one of them kind of
Right.
liars. He
Right.
one of them kind of liars. One of these
Yeah.
motherfuckers that make shit sound so realistic and some
Uh-huh.
shit that they ain't gonna do is what they about to do. You
Like
know what
when
I'm
he
saying?
said, wait, remember when he told Nesto? Now this would have pissed me off. See, I'm still mad for Nesto on this one. When he told Nesto, it don't matter what amount your bond is. That's just money. I can get the money.
He
Like
sure
just
did.
Just name it. Like, I don't care. It's $1 million. That ain't nothing. I can get $1 million. The problem is we need 10 people who can, because then he started breaking down like why he couldn't get the bond for him.
Right.
It wasn't that the money was the issue.
Nah.
It was the matter that they needed people who could sign off on it that were worth the amount of the bond. But he got the money. It don't matter.
Yeah.
$1 million, that ain't nothing. You know how we do.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing. Now, that would piss me off on many levels. One, because if that was the case, why have me and my wife been evicted 100 times? Because if you got the money like that, I should have been able to just get the money and then we wouldn't be evicted. That's the first thing. But the other thing is, Negro, if you got the money, you can find some niggas to come out here and sign for me. I want to know, where is this money and why haven't you used some of that money to put on my damn books? Like, I don't understand this. I don't understand any of this.
He said $1 million ain't shit.
It ain't shit.
That's what he said on that call. He said $1 million ain't shit.
That ain't nothing. They got that. They can get that. The money ain't the problem.
That's
but
not
he
the
can't
problem.
put no money on his books, though.
Can't put no money on the books. Nope, because you got to have 10 prominent people. See, it's not the money. It's that we ain't got them kind of people. Even though he told him that he got 40 people, and those people got 40 people, and those people got 40 people. So he got, I don't know, 3,000 people, or however many people that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was all good because of all the people. Now, when it comes down to needing people, he ain't got people. So he's not only a bad liar, he's an inconsistent liar.
Yes.
Because what happened to all the damn people?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Mary Willis, no, the money is not the problem. That ain't the problem. It's other problems.
Yeah, he got other problems, but the money
He
is
got other problems. Yeah, but he got people on top of people. 40 people. See, his 40 people know 40 people. And then 40 more people know 40 people that know them 40 people. So he got all them 40 peoples. Right?
Yeah.
Right? He got all them 40 peoples, and them peoples know other 40 peoples.
Yeah.
So Earl Lamont Dunbar has become E40 because he know all them 40s. And them 40s know 40s. That damn E40. I tell you what. Factor Fella said they were all imaginary. It seems that way. It seems that way. They were all fucking imaginary. Imaginary ass niggas. All right, let's listen.
I'll call you around 5 then.
Okay, 5 o'clock, cool.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, love you, bro. Take it easy. All right.
Bye, Lamont. Honey, you still there?
Yeah.
It's gone.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't mean to burst the bubble.
No, you're supposed to tell me shit. You're supposed to tell. I want to know if I don't know.
Right. I don't want you to go in blindly. I'm just trying to tell you what's going on. That's all.
Yeah, I'm glad you did tell me. I'm glad you did.
Yeah. I was blind too. It's like, man. Well, I appreciated the fact that Ty said she's not going to give him anything, unless they have a court order or something. She said, I'm not trying to tell your business or anything. She said, I'm not trying to do that. So I said, well, good. I appreciated that. But I didn't, like I said, I didn't tell her, yes, you were in jail or no, I didn't say anything. But they told her, because all they want, they don't care who they hurt or, what families they break up. They don't care about any of that, They just want to make you look bad. They don't care.
Wow. Well, what a Friday.
Yeah, but yeah.
And I can't really defend. I can't
huh?
defend myself. I can't really defend myself because I'm in here and you can't save us so much on the phone. So that's
right.
Another thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got a lawyer to defend you. You got a lawyer.
Yeah, I definitely got that.
Can you answer this for me, V. Lenore? How is talking on the phone defending himself? Because what he just said was, I can't defend myself because I can't say that much on the phone. Now, he does have attorney-client privilege. So even if his lawyer were to call him on the phone, he could speak freely to his lawyer. What defense is it that he's trying to do on the phone? I've been asking this from day one, and I still don't get it because he keeps saying this stupid shit over and over and over again. What is the phone defense
The
that he
phone
needs to do on
defense
the phone?
he doesn't need the phone. The phone defense has nothing to do with the state's case against him. It's the case that Shirley could have against his ass. So he doesn't have a good answer for her. So it's always easier to say we can't talk on this phone.
But he talks on the phone. That's what I don't
Not to
understand.
Shirley.
So
Not to
it
Shirley.
changes. So he switches it up then. So it's a switch up.
Yeah, whenever he doesn't want to talk about something, whenever he doesn't have a real answer for something, it's I can't talk about it. It's always we can't talk on this line. And that's even with Sonya. If he ain't got no real answer to the situation, I can't really say nothing. He just let her say whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
I just think
That's
all of that's some bullshit. I mean, I just, the fact that she's over here apologizing and she wanted him to know what was going on, and all of that is just amazing to me that she is so apologetic and makes all these excuses as to why the police are after Neesto. He know how to pick them.
Yeah, I just, every time he says that, I'm just like, I can't talk on this phone, but I'm gonna tell you about every victim and every place I've been and every check I wrote and all the states I was in and when I was in them states and here's how you get into my Instagram and but I can't talk on the phone. I'm so confused, super confused. But let's maybe the answer is coming up. Maybe I'm jumping the gun, Lenore.
Okay.
Maybe the answer is actually coming up. Let's hit play and see.
Okay.
I definitely got that. I tell you what though, I will say this here.
What?
I've been through things before. I've been through when people throw you to the side, to the curb, and they always say, "Damn man, I knew you could do it. Damn man, I'm sorry I said that. Here we go again."
Well, that's one thing that lets you know that God is in the blessing business. I mean, they wouldn't be after you if you weren't doing something right. You know what I'm saying?
What?
No, that's true now.
You're doing something.
Does Shirley go to the First Baptist of all hip hop rappers ever? Like, I mean, what church does she go to that this is how the blessing works? So first question. Let me get my thoughts organized. Okay, first question. My first question is, was it in between arrest number 11 and 12 that they said, "Oh man, look at you, you did it, you came back," or was it in between arrest 14 and 15? Because it seemed like Ernesto goes to jail a lot. So at what point did somebody say, "I was wrong about you," when you keep going to jail? And how wrong were they if you keep going to fucking jail? Help me with this, V. I'm having a hard time. I am.
I can't help you because your questions are my questions. I cannot make sense as to why this woman, we're supposed to believe that she is completely oblivious as to what is going on here. I'm not going to fall for that. She is either the dumbest person in the world or the most manipulative. Because I just can't believe that she didn't know anything was happening. That's hard. So sometimes when she's out here talking to him, I don't know. Is she trolling us too? Like,
Right.
what is going on? Is she trolling us? Because I don't believe that she could be this oblivious. Is it possible? I mean, sure. Is it possible? Yeah, but I just don't know how.
I just have a hard time with her coming back with, after he says his bullshit, then she comes back with, well, that's how you know God is in the blessing business. Well, how come God didn't bless him to be able to have a career? How come God didn't bless him to not have to take things from people? How come God didn't bless him with a mind that would allow him to have a thriving business or a good imagination or a skill? I'm see the blessing comes in the action, right? Because I feel like there has to be a want to, right? God gives us free will. So if there was a blessing, why isn't his free will telling him, let me go to school, let me learn how to talk, let me learn how to read, let me get my middle school diploma, then I'll reach for my high school diploma, and then I'll try to go to a trade school. Let me be a better father, let me be a better husband. How come that part isn't a part of what Shirley is taught? God can't just turn you around. He can't just take you and just say, no, you're going this direction now. No, you got to want to go that direction. You got to want to change the things that you are doing that are not progressing you in life. And Nesto has never done that. So I'm just wondering, how is it that Shirley don't understand that part, V. Lenore?
I think she. I don't know. Either she's. I don't know. I don't know.
Because I mean, because if you think about it, it makes no sense considering how much trouble he has been in. Not
Yes.
not even his career. Oh, his career criminal
Just
days.
in
I'm
her
talking.
time with him. That's what I'm
Thank
saying.
you. Thank you.
It makes no sense. So I just think it's irresponsible on her part. And then she stands up there and she does the show and has this letter. And it's like, girl, how is this possible?
Right. Right.
How is it
Yeah,
possible that you could have experienced all of this at your big age? You're 10 years older than this man. And you still you haven't learned enough to know to pick up on some red flags. There are plenty of red flags going on in this relationship.
absolutely. Absolutely. And it's just like I'm going to, have you heard the term toxic positivity?
No.
So there is a term that's being coined called, and it's toxic positivity. And it's basically what Shirley is, right? Where
Mm,
you ignore all the reality out of a situation and you just pump, 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 pump positive into it. And
mm,
you just positive, 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 positive. And it gets to be toxic
mm,
because if I am trying to encourage you, but not point out the things that are causing you to go wrong, or
mm,
not pointing out the things that where you're failing at, I'm giving you toxic positivity because the things I'm telling you are not going to help you at all. They
mm.
sound good,
Right.
but they're not helping you. So to me, Shirley has been like, as much as I understand her trying to stand by her man and be encouraging, it becomes toxic positivity. Now, when she did tell him that he needed to clean up his stuff and get his records looked at and all this other stuff so that this doesn't keep happening, I feel like that was the most constructive thing that she's told him. But
It's a
all
little
this,
late for that, isn't it? Like 10 years later, that's when she
a-
says it. After she says,
abs-
honey, I thought you were supposed to be checking your warrants.
exactly. Exactly. And I think that like when you have that toxic positivity, it works against people because guess what Nesto is thinking about her? He's not thinking, oh, this is my wife and she's encouraging me. No, this is my sucker. And no matter
Mm,
what I do, she gonna
that,
find a way for me to be right.
that part. And that's what he looks for in women, period.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just don't get it because obviously whatever Shirley was doing, to your point, V, it has not worked up to this point. This man is in jail and has been in jail and has done horrific things. And I think that when you inject that toxic positivity, all you're doing is encouraging that type of behavior.
Yeah, facts.
Um, I don't know. Let's listen.
Right, or the devil would be trying to come so hard at you. So hard. I mean, because he's coming hard. This is hard. Nothing I've ever had to deal with. So you must be doing something right.
What?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
must
That,
Exactly.
be on the verge of doing something big,
Yeah.
a big blessing from the Lord,
Okay.
to bless.
And the reason I said this is the church of all hip hop rappers ever, because this is the way rappers uh this is what rappers say in their songs. You know what I'm saying? They hating on me, so therefore I must be shining. See, I'm about to, yeah, I'm the biggest boss, and that's why everybody else is hating on me because they peons and Dions, and and they got something against me because they all jealous. See, that's
Mm,
why all this is happening. That's why I get all this hate.
gotcha.
And Shirley is too old to be talking like this. Shirley knows better than this, or she should at this point in her life, right? Maybe, not really. No,
Child.
no. Okay, okay. I can tell by your child that you don't agree with
I
that.
know, I'm just saying, I can't with this lady on some level.
I mean, it just doesn't make any sense why she's
No,
talking like this.
none. None. Because if no other time you were frustrated with your husband, this is a good time to be. This is a damn good
Right,
time to be. Because get this, if nothing else, why are all these women lying on you like this? How do you know all of these women? The thing that's got you in there right now is that multiple women are saying that you stole from them.
right,
How do you know these women? I've never met any of these women. How they know you? You know
right.
them? Where is it somebody you're dating or used to date?
Yeah, it does make you wonder. It makes you wonder. Um,
You're not even a little bit agitated by about that bullshit right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if nothing else, sounds like he's cheating on you. You can't even be mad about that. You over here trying to stroke his ego. I don't
right.
get it. Nah,
Yeah, yeah. Nah. No, it makes no sense. I'm just trying to understand in her age. You know what I mean? Like I know
yeah.
age doesn't really count, experience counts. So are you telling me that in Shirley's travels and in Shirley's dealing in relationships and not even like romantic relationships, just relationships with people, period. She hasn't learned anything from any relationship that she's been in. I find that mind
Hardly.
blowing. It is. It's mind blowing to me. I really do. I don't get it, but I don't know. Maybe it's not for me to get. Let's listen, to Lenore. Maybe there's context that we're gonna get in these last 8 minutes of this call.
Bless a lot of other people, so you gotta look at it that way, you know? Because they don't mess. If you have nothing going on, ain't nobody gonna be talking about you or messing with you, you know?
That is true. That is very, very, very true. Now, you're absolutely right. You're right about that.
So just stay focused, honey. Just think of Job. Job went through a whole lot. And God blessed him twice as much. You know, in the end, he had way more.
Job was a righteous man. The Bible is very specific about that part,
Thank
Shirley Strawberry. Job was a righteous man. Okay? Mr. 24-hour barbershop with the hunch factory in the back, in the bottom, with the beds and shit, is not a righteous man. So
not
that's
at
where you're
all.
wrong. That's where your parallel goes off to the left, Shirley Strawberry. I'm just saying, why is she like this?
I
Why
don't
is she like God? Let's listen.
Dream on, you know? So that's the way
Wow.
you have to think of it, you know? And it's coming, you know, like you say, it's getting close, you know, to something happening. And that's why, you know, they're coming down, trying to come down hard. They don't have, you know, they're running out of time.
They're definitely running out of time. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been in there over 3 months now. You know, that's almost inhumane without a without a hearing or anything. You know,
That's
come
right.
on
That's
now.
right. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
you
That's right. That's right.
can't treat people like that.
Wow.
Yeah, because he's innocent.
Mhm.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
really it's terrible. You know, it's really bad how they what they're doing, but that's okay. We're gonna get through it.
Well, I sure appreciate you. I ain't down. I mean, it is what it is. Um, it is what it is. I tell you, I tell you.
Yeah, it's just part of life.
It's part of life. It is.
You know,
It is.
and these haters think they're winning right now. You
Mm,
know, 'cause
Hey, V Lenore.
mm.
Um, you was in Cobb County.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, I've never been to Cobb County except to go to Costco. Okay, I ain't never been to the Cobb County Adult Correctional Facility. What the fuck you mean? It's a part of life.
Mm-mm.
What?
Mm-mm.
It's a part of life.
Mm-mm.
This is a part of life, V
No,
Lenore.
no, but she's saying that the haters coming for you is a part of life. I feel like she's hating on Nesto right now because she over there chewing on something that sounds like it's very delicious, and she doesn't give a damn that this man hasn't eaten a decent meal in 3 months. So I feel like she's hating on him right now as we speak. It sounds very delicious and nutritious. I'm just saying.
Oh God. I don't let me tell you, I talk to my mom a lot, and my mama's of a certain age. I have never heard my mama talk about the haters. I just have I just haven't. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
I
We
don't never remember my mama talking about the haters. You know what
we
I'm saying?
about the haters.
Like I have never heard my mama, "Hey mom, what you did?" "Well, I went to church and they was hating on me because they wanted me, they didn't want me to sit in the front." And I said, "Look at these haters. Look at here, look at here.
Ooh-wee.
These haters got me sitting in the back, knowing I don't like sitting in the back." "Well, mama, what you do?" "Well, haters is a part of life, baby. I ain't do nothing. Them
Mm.
haters is just a part of life." I've never had that conversation with my mama. And so so
Oh
to hear
God.
Shirley talking like this is so ridiculous to me that
Oh God.
she's blaming his woes on haters. These
Mm-mm.
unknown figures, these unknown people that are just hating on Nesto
Mm-hmm.
for no apparent reason.
None whatsoever.
I just don't understand. Michi 3 said Shirley Strawberry got good ribeye and some asparagus. That
Okay,
sounds like
something. And
that
a good
sounds,
old tender, soft baked potato. Already
right.
loaded.
Right. I suppose so. And Miss Piggy Braxton of the White Meat says, I go to Trader Joe's in Cobb County and I never caught a case. I go to the Costco. I ain't never been to the Trader Joe's out there.
I didn't
I
know you
imagine
never caught a case,
I
nigga.
imagine that it's nice. I ain't never been to Andretti's out there, okay, but I imagine it's nice. I have been to the Ross and the TJ Maxx out there. I ain't never caught a case either. Okay. So so
Why Miss Piggy Braxton say she ain't never caught a case going to Trader
I ain't
Joe's?
never caught a case out there either.
I'm dead. These people are
I
weird. They're
I
super.
ain't never caught a case when I went to guys. So I'm with you. I'm with you. I went to the KFC. They used to have a look, V Lenore. Have you ever been to the KFC buffet?
No, the
So
KFC buffet.
yeah, this is probably gonna be an Atlanta thing, okay? But in Atlanta,
What?
certain KFCs used to have a buffet, and the food on the buffet was better than the food on the menu. Okay.
What?
Oh, absolutely.
They
Oh
still
my
got
God. No, they
them?
took away all the KFC buffets. There was one in Rosewell, okay?
Not not Rosewell.
The KFC in Rosewell had one.
What?
The KFC in Cobb on Cobb Parkway had one. There was a KFC somewhere else. And let me tell you something. When you go in there and get the buffet, I don't know what special food they had for the buffet, but it was better than the damn food that was on the menu. Oh my God. It was a KFC buffet. All the chicken, mashed potatoes. You could put the right amount of gravy on your mashed potatoes because when you get the mashed potatoes and gravy from them, they do not put enough gravy. You could put the right amount of gravy on your mashed potatoes. They had great desserts. They had the whole thing, right? Now
Dessert.
Oh yes, they had rice
Why your
pudding
voice go up in them octaves? Oh yeah,
because you triggering something in my
delicious.
brain. You're triggering something in my brain. Okay.
You said, "Oh yeah," say it again like
Oh
that.
yeah, man. Look, let me tell you something.
You
You
in the
go out. You go out there. Look, V. Lenore, imagine you can get all the KFC you want, as many biscuits as you want, and some bread pudding. Not just regular bread pudding, pineapple bread pudding.
what?
And I mean, oh yes, yes.
Listen to
It was
you.
a it was a thing. It was a thing. Meet you three, it was in Rosewell. Okay. Me and Shirley Strawberry don't know how the fuck to pronounce the shit. It was Rosewell. Okay. Shit.
Wait a minute. CJ said, there used to be a certain McDonald's in Ohio that served their breakfast on plates. I was like, damn. It don't
Look,
take much for us to get impressed out here by some fast food. Wait a
I
minute.
ain't gonna
I'm still tripping off of the KFC buffet. The hell?
Yes. Yes. Do you see? Look, no one Uno said native not lying about the KFC buffet. Look, everybody that been to one understands what I'm saying. It was not like regular, like if you order off the menu. That food came from somewhere in the back of the fucking restaurant. These people that put the food on the buffet, I don't know if they hired 5-star chefs. I don't know what the fuck KFC was doing, but that food was different.
That
That
shit.
food was different.
5-star chef. Jesus.
Look, I'm trying to tell you, the mashed potatoes were creamy. They weren't lumpy. The gravy was good. It wasn't too salty. I mean, they had
D-Dub
sides.
said, D-Dub said that there is still a KFC buffet in Phoenix City, Alabama. And Dimples Wimple says she got married there.
See, see,
Did you have your reception at the buffet though?
I hope not.
I hope not too, girl.
I hope not. I hope
Jesus.
not. Man, look, let me tell you something. Oh, see, Lady Janice, because that KFC buffet was fire. That peach cobbler, my God, today. Look,
Toddler.
yes. Look, let me tell you something. V. Lenore, do you know on the KFC buffet, they had desserts and side items that were not on the menu?
No.
Cobbler, bread pudding, okay?
Good
Ice
Lord.
cream and shit. I'm trying to tell you, V. Lenore, if
Oh
you
my
don't know nothing about the KFC buffet, and maybe it was an Atlanta thing. I don't know. Phoenix City, Alabama, they got one. But I mean, after the pandemic, stuff was shaky with buffets, so they closed them all down. But I just remember, like, if you had, and it was only like $11 to eat there, like $10 or $11, what you would pay normally for like a KFC dinner anyway.
God.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you that
Mm.
bread put. I ain't never liked bread pudding before or since then. That bread pudding was the bomb. I was like, "Oh, what's this? Oh my!" And it's got pineapples in it too. What the fuck? Yeah. hmm I'm trying to.
Okay,
Um,
y'all.
look at Sonya's white muscle T-shirt came out the bushes and said that peach cobbler make you want to slap everybody.
What? Y'all lie.
Yes. Nah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
What
I'm
is y'all
trying to tell you.
talking about? KFC with the buffets and the desserts.
I'm
What?
trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Look, Sonya's white muscle T-shirt said Arkansas used to have them too. Fire hit real different. They didn't cook the same food for the buffet. I'm trying to tell you, V. I'm trying to tell you.
Well,
And the only reason I bring it up is because the best one was in Cobb County on Cobb Parkway. Okay. And when you go over there and the food was so good, I done been there, I don't know how many times, never caught a case.
oh, that
Never
sounds
caught a case.
okay.
Never caught a case. Okay.
Never once.
Not a single case did I catch. I go over there, eat my food, stop by Cumberland Mall, and then go on back to my business over in Decatur. That's what I would do. Okay.
Mm.
Never caught a case.
Okay.
hmm
All right
Yep.
then.
Just so you know. Just so you know. Okay.
Mm.
Sorry, Mary Willis. Didn't mean to make you hungry, but I was just trying to let V know that I've been to Cobb County a lot, never caught a case. Not one.
Mm.
Not a single one. Okay. All right. Cheryl Watson, thank you so much for the super chat. Said them collard greens. V, they had collard greens.
What?
They had collard greens. Cheryl Watson ain't lying. They had
This
collard
they
greens.
didn't do this in Ohio. They didn't do this here.
Yep. Yep. I'm
Not
telling
like
you.
that.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm
Mm-mm.
trying to tell you. It was classic. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was so disappointed when they all went away. I really was. But such is life. Such is
Mm-mm.
life, right? You catch cases and buffets go away. That's just how
Mm-mm.
life works. It's just how life works. Let's listen to some more of this.
Because you're not able to move around, you know?
And that's exactly what it is.
Who says
That's
that?
Hmm.
exactly what it is. And it's okay. It's all right. Like I say, I believe in
Let them
God.
think that.
Yeah. I'm good.
Let,
I'm good.
Wait,
I'm
hold
straight.
on.
let them
No, we gotta stop for
underestimate
a
you.
second, Native.
That is exactly
Mhm.
what's going on.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Did you hear Shirley? She said
What
they
she
only
say?
treating you like this because you're not able to move around.
Oh, yeah. I did
Now
hear
that
that.
sounds a little bit like a lingo that some people out here in these streets be saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a prim and proper Shirley talking about you're not out here able to move around. That sounds like something Nesto would say.
It do. It do, because it is. That is some shit Nestor would say. Um, I I don't know. Like this is what I'm saying. Like one time, Shirley will make you feel one way, right? And you'll be like, yeah, she's this and this, and then she'll say some shit, and then you'll be like, wait, huh, what?
Wait, what?
Wait, what the fuck did you just say?
Uh
You
huh.
know, and that's why that's why it's hard to pick a side with Shirley. It's hard to know what Shirley knew. It's hard to know, like what Joey Sea Dog was saying, is she innocent? Is she not guilty? You know what I mean? I walk that line with her because it's so hard, for a grown woman to be around stuff like this, and like none of it fell on you, or some of it did, or you wiped it off, or what happened,
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
difficult with her. It's super difficult. Um, Sonny's White Muscle T-shirt says, "But wait, Native, did you ever do folks when it was on La Vista Road?" Wait, La Vista? No, well, no, I didn't. But I did do the La Vista in Cobb County, and guess what? Sonny's White Muscle T-shirt never caught a case. Never caught a case. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Never caught a case. Nope. Nope. But thank you so much for the super chat. That was folks. No, I never. Oh, now I know the one. I know the one that you're talking about. No, I've never went there for myself. I did pick up some food for somebody else though. But no, didn't do that. Y'all ain't have folks, did you? Up there in Ohio,
Have what?
folks.
Folks. Uh, is that like po folks?
Somebody told me it was like Po Folks, but I don't know if the two restaurants were actually connected.
I
But
used to love
folks,
po folks. You remember po
now Po
folks?
Folks, yes.
We didn't have po
Yes.
folks in Ohio, but I knew po folks because I spent every summer in Georgia. So that was a great outing because they had popcorn shrimp. I was a kid. I always loved shrimp since I was a kid. And so I
Hmm.
remember po folks had really good fried shrimp, popcorn shrimp. I loved po folks. It
Yeah,
was like
Po
a
Folks was
barn. The restaurant was like decorated like the inside of a barn.
right, and that made it very uncomfortable for me to sit in there and eat. But we did get Po Folks to go. Okay, Po Folks. But no, for real. Like I don't know about barns. I know animals live in barns.
So you didn't
I
want
ain't
to.
want to sit on. I ain't want to sit on logs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we just sitting on this log and eating. No. Or this table made out of a tree and shit. No, I'm good. I'm good. We can take it home. But
Oh my
po
god!
folks used to have this special that included like all this fish and like two sides. They gave you a thing of lemonade and like
Yep.
this special. It was like 22 something like that. And we used to get that, and we used to take that home, and that was enough food for everybody, and we just had a good time. So Po Folks was the bomb. I don't know if Folks, the restaurant, was a part of Folks. Somebody said that it was, but I don't know. I never looked it up to see if it was. So, but yeah, folks was folks was good, but po folks was man, that was some good food.
Yeah, it was.
That was some good food.
Damn, I forgot all about that place. Literally. I mean, I begged my aunt. That was like our big outing. When I'd be out there, I'd be like, can we go to Po Folks, please? Let's go to Po Folks. Oh, yes, which Po Folks, child?
Mary Willis, I'm sorry. Mary Willis said, y'all got me eating my grandson Jello. Okay, Mary Willis, we get it. You hungry. Okay. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm
God.
sorry. My bad. You know how we talk about food, Mary Willis. You know we do. Okay. All right. Mata said, so Native, you said you weren't that dang Po. No, I mean, look, we went to Po folks, like we was always looking for a deal. We was Po. Shit. We was Po.
Po I'm
Hell.
sitting here looking at Po Folks now. I'm looking at the old menu. I see this older menu that has like this looks like a sign with like a roof on top of it, like two sticks. So,
Mhm.
oh man,
Yep.
I'm sitting here looking at it. It looks like y'all still have them in Florida.
We do actually. There is
In fact, where's this one? Oh no, this one is Nashville. I don't know if it's still open, but one that says I came across some flyer that said Pensacola. It
yep.
said wait, where'd it go? Well, one it looks like okay. They have one in St. Petersburg. They have one in
Mhm.
Panama City. One in Lynn Haven. I don't know where that is, but I did see another flyer that had Pensacola on it. Look at
Yeah, Pensacola on Ninth Avenue. Yes, I forgot that they reopened. It actually closed. It was actually closer to my mama house. Now it's on the other side. So yeah, Ninth Avenue. I forget that it's even there. But yes, that Po folks is still there. So yes, we still do.
I
We
forgot all
absolutely do.
about this place. Oh my god.
Mm-mm. Nah, you can't forget about the good stuff. Can't forget about the good stuff, V.
Now I
Uh,
want them to take this pork chop off this advertisement because it's too light skinned. I don't eat light skinned meat. I don't like light skin.
Okay.
I
All
don't
right.
like it.
Okay.
I don't do light
Okay.
skin.
Okay. All
No,
right.
I don't like light skin stuff.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. I mean, on occasion, I don't mind some light skin on occasion. You know what I'm saying?
No light
You
skin for
you
me.
you
No light skin. No light skin.
you see what I'm saying? V Lenore. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
I'm
you
just saying.
you,
I hear what
you,
you're saying,
you
and I get it. What you're saying, I get, but
uh-huh.
I don't like light skin.
Okay. All right. Just on occasion. You know what I'm saying? Just on occasion.
Mm, mm-mm.
On occasion. That's all I'm saying. Little light skin ain't nothing.
No, I
You know.
mean not for me. Not for me.
Yeah. 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 I'm a whole rainbow coalition over this motherfucker. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
you're
saying?
equal opportunity. I'm not. I'm not equal opportunity.
All right. Okay.
No
All
DEI over here.
right. You said DEI.
No, no DEI.
Damn it, man. Damn
Blame it
it, man. Well,
on DEI. Mm-mm, no.
well, look, Shirley wanted some diversity in her life. That's why she picked her Neesto. Okay.
Okay. Well,
What your friend said? This your friend tonight. You can claim her tonight. Okay. The, the only black but not bitter says I don't like any meat lighter than me.
mhm. I
Oh.
don't blame you. I get
Mm,
it.
mm, mm.
Mm-mm. No light skin. No, thank you.
Oh boy. Okay, the only black but not bitter. Okay, I got you. All right, that's good to
They
know.
just
Thank
say
you.
I'm a colorist. I am. I do.
Thank you. Thank
Oh, mm-mm. No light
just live with it. Just live with it. Okay. All right. That's
skin.
cool. All right. Well, let's listen.
Okay.
Wow.
Just
No.
don't lose your faith.
Huh?
Keep praying. Don't lose your faith. Keep praying. Keep trusting God. Keep trusting God. He's working behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ain't finna
You
do
should
that now.
eat,
I ain't
Shirley.
not gonna give up on God. I ain't gonna never do that. Trial and tribulation.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
do that.
Yeah.
You can
Good.
believe that. I just know
Yeah.
that when you're not around and you're used to doing business with people, they get scared. And they think you're
What?
gone, think something happened to you, all that. I know how all that goes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Everybody used to be being on point or whatever, but I ain't around, and this is very unusual.
Good.
Well, what if you were sick? What if you got sick? You wouldn't be around. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Yeah, still people still throw
Things
something.
happen.
Huh?
Huh?
People still,
Things happen.
yeah, things do happen.
Things
Things do
happen.
happen.
Yeah. What if you never know what could happen. What if you were mountain climbing with some buddies and fell off the mountain and into one of those cracks or something, and nobody knew where you were. So things happen in life. So you just got to deal with it. That's all I can say. You could be sick in the hospital. You could. They don't know what's going on. And when people don't know, they're left to assume what they assume, and most of the time people assume the worst.
Right.
But this is out of your control. It's nothing you could do about it. So, nothing I can do about it. All I can do is what I'm doing. Get you an attorney, try to keep these bills paid, all of this stuff. That's all I can do.
It's good,
I so
ain't it,
appreciate
Shirley?
it. Did you call Westlake? Talk back to them?
Get her a bite right now.
No.
Yeah, I just want to be curious to see what the deal is. Well, I'm just gonna stay prayed up like I always do, and I'm gonna stay prayed up. And whatever God got for me, I'm gonna be just fine. So we're gonna be just fine.
But when you pray, I've told you this several times before, please remember to ask, when you talk to God, ask for everything in Jesus' name. That's very important, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to do that. In Jesus' name, that we're going to be just fine.
Child.
He said, I'm going to do that. In Jesus' name, we're going to be just fine. We going to be just fine. See how I apply what you just told me to apply to my prayer?
Yeah.
I just did it. In Jesus' name, we going to be just fine. That's how that works. That's how that works. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But the way she says this, every time I hear, I feel this makes me awkward too. Feel awkward. The way she tells him that is as if now these people have been married for 10 years, right? They've been married to each other for 10 years. They both supposed to be Christian folks. Why would she need to remind him to pray in Jesus' name? But the way in which she says it, I can't picture whether or not she's saying it as if he's 5 and she's teaching him this for the first time, or is she saying it as if she is 105 and she thinks she is laying down something real deep and heavy to the youngins and teach us something. You know what I'm saying? Like which one is it? Because it just seems so awkward, and she's saying it while her mouth is full of food. And you pray in Jesus' name. Because that's what I had told you to do this forever. Okay. You need to pray.
And this is why you're in jail, hun. You're in
Right.
jail because you didn't say in Jesus' name. So it's very important that you say in Jesus' name. Yes, she does say it like a Sunday school teacher that's
Yes.
actually a laid off teacher that feels that her teaching skills make her qualified to be a Sunday school teacher. That's how she said it.
Yeah, and she really does sound like she's saying this to some kids, and it's the first time they've heard it, and she's trying to get this, into their system so that they remember this, right? And she says it so delicately, like she's Mr. Rogers, and she's saying it, But or is she 118 trying to act? We're just, I don't know. It just sounds awkward either way it goes.
It does. It totally does. It totally does. My goodness. Yeah. If now it's very important. That you say in Jesus' name. Okay. I do that in Jesus' name. We gonna be all right. In, in Jesus' name, we gonna be all right.
All right. Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Thank
right,
you.
hon. That's
Mhm.
right, hon. Yeah, yeah. And don't forget to tell God thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
This dude, this dude is so weird. He really is.
Very much so.
In Jesus' name I pray. You pray to God, but you ask for what you ask for in Jesus' name.
Okay, I am.
I've told you that a lot. Just remember, don't forget that. It's very, very important. Most people don't know that. A lot.
Did you know that,
Yes.
Lenore?
Yes, I knew that. And that's why I'm
She's
saying, that's why I don't understand. Is this Sunday school? Is this our first lesson in Sunday school class? Like, what are we doing
she's
right now?
she said most people don't know
Don't
this.
know. Yeah. And then she said, well, I mean, not most people, but some.
I mean,
Uh,
if I'm not mistaken, Lady Janice said that my 4-year-old nephew knows to pray in Jesus' name. So if the 4-year-old nephew knows Shirley Strawberry, then I'm gonna say that most people do know.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying,
Most
like,
people that call themselves Christians.
right,
Like, this is
right,
even, anywho.
right.
And
The
that's
D
what I'm
Shell,
saying. People been married for 10 years. Now they just now discussing how to pray.
right. Right. Well, she says she's told him that many times, and apparently it hasn't sunk it in yet. So she had to tell him again.
Oh,
You
okay.
know,
Well,
yeah.
all right.
D. Shell said a child knows that. Well, we're talking about Nesto here, okay? All right. So
Same difference.
same difference, but
Same
but
difference.
I'm just saying,
A lot of people don't know that. I won't say most, but a lot of people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how you pray.
The food
Okay,
good.
I'm gonna pray
So
just. I said I'm gonna
don't
pray
lose your
just
faith.
like that. Now what?
Yeah. Don't lose your faith. Stay strong. Stay focused.
No, I'm not gonna lose my faith, and I'm gonna stay focused. And I know how things go when the world is against you. I definitely see that.
Yeah.
I see Cynthia and her husband get a
Mike.
breakup. They got
Yeah.
divorced. I get
Yeah.
a divorce. Well, why
Mhm.
did that happen?
I don't know. Nobody knows. But what I heard was he like, free and easy California girls and all that, and she's a black woman. She's got all her wigs and all her hair, and I guess he didn't like that. I don't know.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Okay.
That's the only thing I heard.
Okay. Well, you can't change
Yeah.
nobody. You got to roll how they go.
Yeah. Steve introduced them.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that.
Uh-huh.
I didn't believe it at first, but he's kind of corny anyway to me.
Yeah.
To me he was, but hey, I don't know nothing about him. But I'm definitely gonna keep my head up and keep my faith up, and it'll be just fine.
That's all you can do, honey. That's all you can do. Just trust God. Just trust God.
Yeah.
Trust
That's
Him.
all
You
I
guys,
got.
Look,
You're right.
that's it.
your mouth.
Yeah.
And sometimes He puts you in these situations because that's all you have to remind you He's all you got. And
Wow.
yeah. So you gotta depend on Him. He wants you to depend on Him, and let Him handle it. Just let Him handle it.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
Wow.
wow. Okay. All right. Well, Lenore, we made it through the call.
We did that.
we made it through the call. Did you learn anything tonight, Lenore?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
Did you?
No, absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I've forgotten things I used to know. Okay?
Now that's something.
I'm dumber because of this call. Absolutely, I am. This made no sense. But I just think that it's I really am interested because I don't feel like Shirley needs to actually listen to these calls. But I am interested in everything that we heard tonight and everything we've heard over all these calls. I would love to know her reaction to what she was saying to him now. Like the whole, God is in control, you're going to get out and everything's going to be fine and you're an innocent man and they're just a black man in the Bentley. I really want to know now the way that everything has turned out in 2025 after the divorce and after all the Rico and everything. What is Shirley Strawberry saying about Nesto now? You see what I'm saying? Like, and what she was saying to him. Where was this coming from? Because obviously it wasn't coming um from an enlightened place, right? Because if it was coming from an enlightened place, then the stuff that she was saying would have come to pass. But it didn't. So I'm really curious as to what Shirley Strawberry is thinking about the situation now.
I don't think we'll ever know until or unless she actually does write a book and then she's out here promoting the book. I think that's the only way we're
Mhm.
going to be able to find out. Because at this point, I think Shirley doesn't want us to even remember her name, let alone that she was married to this fool.
Right.
So I don't think that would tell us now how she feels. I think even right after this is over, and when I say over, I mean once he's finally sentenced and we know where he's going to be and what he's
Mhm.
facing. I don't think even right away after that would she make her feelings known. I think she'd have to think about it. She's 70 now. Um,
Mhm.
I think she, depending upon where she really feels mentally, if that's something she wants to rehash, I think she could make a lot of money. I think that she has the connections to really promote a book like that.
Mhm.
But if that doesn't happen, I don't think we're going to know.
Mm. Interesting. Miss Principal has summarized this call. It says, call summary. Absolutely. Woo. They still trying to find something on me. They ain't got nothing on me. Now, you can't do that kind of stuff. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That is a great summary, Miss Principal. Miss Principal is the official summary writer of the Native Tribe Urban Media. Yes, Miss Principal
Yes,
does a great job. She manages to take all this stuff that we talked about and stuff it into one comment, and we love her for it. Thank you, Miss Principal. I appreciate it.
absolutely.
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 Absolutely. Lenore, what you got going on this week?
I am just following along, listening and watching this Diddy trial updates, and every day at 2 p.m. Pacific and 5 p.m. Eastern, I'm going live Monday through Friday. As long as this trial is going on, and we're gonna go back and we're gonna recap everything that was stated for every witness in this trial. So I'm doing that, and then tomorrow also I'm gonna go live and do me a little Nesto news in addition.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, look, everybody. V Lenore is no longer East Coast V. She is now West Coast V. She's probably going to go pick up some flannel. All right, button it all the way to the
Some
okay.
bandana.
Get some bandanas. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So if you see her profile pictures changing, just
Mhm.
just know that it's because now she's West Side V. West Coast V. Okay. But at the end of the day, she's still intelligent. She's still beautiful, and she is still amazing. She is still V Lenore. Thank you so much for being here on this Tuesday.
Thank you so much for having me. I always have a blast here. Everybody, I love y'all. Please make sure y'all hit that mother sucking like button for Native Tribe Urban Media. Okay.
That's that's what I'm talking about, VPOC. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, I gotta do it, okay? Cause I ain't no killer, but don't push me. All right? Don't push me. All right, I'll see y'all later. I love y'all.
V Lenore, everybody. V Lenore.
Smooches.
Bye. All right, folks. We are we're done. We're done. I think we did a pretty good job tonight. I want to thank everybody that came out, everybody that hit the Cash App. First, let me thank the Notorious Native Tribe Urban Media Mod Squad. Thank you, ladies, for everything that you do behind the scenes. I do appreciate you so, so much. I want to thank everybody that hit the like button. Huh? Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? If you hit the like button, I do appreciate it. If you gave to the Cash App, I appreciate you. If you gave a super sticker, a super chat, or if you just hung out with me for all this time, me and my friend V. Lenore, I appreciate you as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. I am going to be back tomorrow. Okay, hopefully I'll be back on twice tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I got some other stuff that I'm working on, but yeah, I'm gonna try to be back twice tomorrow. If not, definitely in the evening. If you look, if you want to get some Native Tribe merch, that helps the platform out greatly. You can go to nativetribeshop.com. 3 words, Native Tribe, and then add shop.com, and you can go to the Native Tribe shop and you can check out all my designs. I'm the only one that works here, y'all. So the designs are by me. Okay. And even if you just go by, browse, and look, I appreciate you stopping by and checking me out. If you purchase something, even better. But thank you all for supporting the platform in every way that you do. I am done. It is Tuesday evening. I'm going to get some rest, and I hope you do too. But before I go, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are enough. You are beautiful. Yes, you. You are beautiful. Let me say it again, because sometimes I don't think y'all understand. Y'all think I just be saying this just to be saying it. You are beautiful. You are loved, and you are blessed. And there isn't anything that anybody can do about that, not even you. All right. Thank y'all for coming out. I'm going to see you all tomorrow. And yeah, y'all have a good evening. All right.